Hello, 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 and welcome back for another Friday night edition of Maddie's Rap with author and Maddie's Rap Live with author and storyteller Matt D. Talford. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, of course, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all already know. What's up, y'all? We got some people in the chat already. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all already know what type of night it's going to be. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what type of night it's going to be. Y'all already know what type of time we're going to be on tonight. So y'all do me a favor. Sipping some green tea. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me on the way in. That's going to alert more people and let them know that we're live tonight. Talking about this very controversial topic. All right. Very controversial topic. And what's going on? Y'all, I do not. What's up, Hot Shot? We got BE Royalty in the house. Got Bella here in the house. Y'all, listen, I'm so happy that y'all are here tonight. I don't know what's going on with my lighting, y'all. My lighting has been kind of weird for the last couple of days, but I'm going to deal with it. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, maybe that works a little better. I don't know, y'all. But what's up, family? What's up? I'm happy to have y'all here tonight. Listen, y'all, I'm so ready to get into tonight's live topic. Numerology reveals the hidden reason behind the 228 February 28th DEI boycott. Yep, y'all, they tried it again. They keep thinking they're going to slide stuff past the eyes of the chosen ones. And they almost do. What's up, Bernadette? How you doing tonight? How you doing? They almost get this stuff past us, y'all. But y'all know what the scripture says, and I'm going to read it. It says, if it were possible, he would fool even the very elect. But you know what that if it were possible means? It means it's not possible. It means it's not possible. So, y'all, listen, I'm tempted to play some music for y'all and get this party started. But since I got 8 people in here already, why wait, right? Why wait? Let's go ahead and get this party started, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this party started. We're going to get this party started right now. Because I know y'all are chomping at the bits. So let me begin. Y'all know how I do it. I like to read the copy from the description box on the video announcement page. So I'm going to do that right now. Y'all ever wonder why certain days are chosen for certain events? You ever wonder why? Are they randomly selected, or is there something more to it? We're going to talk about that tonight. Because in tonight's live stream, we will take a look at the very information that is staring us right in the face and use numerology, some simple universal math, to help us try to make sense of what could be a possible, for entertainment purposes only, possible reason for the selection of today's date for a boycott of all things. One date for which so many people have questions regarding its long-term, well, not the date, the boycott itself. A lot of people have questions about the long-term efficacy of said boycott. Now, what I do realize is that I'm missing my water bottle, but I'm cool. Yeah, let me get my water bottle. I'll be right back, family. Let me get my water bottle. All right, we're back, family. Give me 1 second. I'm not loving this microphone, so give me 1 second, family. All right, we're just going to deal with the onboard microphone. Who else we got here? We got Chris. Good evening from your favorite food lady. Oh, what's up, Chris? What's up? What is up? Thank you for joining. All right, y'all, listen. Let me open up my notes, because I'm gonna work from my notes, and we're gonna slide straight through this, y'all. So listen, if you have not done so already, y'all know how it is with these lives. Y'all know how it is with the notifications. For some reason, the platform itself is not particularly fond of myself or channels like these where people are dropping truth bombs, where people are pulling back the covers and letting y'all see what's underneath. Okay. So y'all do me a favor, put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. I just switched microphones. So y'all put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Do that for me really quick, just so I know that the audio is good enough. Okay. I'm still shopping for a new mic. So, and I know what I want to get, but y'all put a thumbs up in the chat and let me know if the audio is good enough. Okay. Oh, good. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. All right. Give me 1 second. And because I'm using the onboard microphone, y'all are gonna have to bear with me on the typing sounds. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Hang on 1 second. Now, Hotshot, I hear you on that BOI. I would maybe I'll touch on that one day, but this particular one is important because of the timing of it. This one is important because of the timing of it. So tonight we're dealing with the DEI, but respect to you on the BOI, and I feel you. You say you're not as concerned about the DEI one. So let me get into this, family. I'm going to open up my notes right now, and thank y'all for putting the thumbs up to let me know the audio is good. Now, let me first tell y'all why I think this download came to me today. Okay, let me click off. Let's make sure this looks good. All right, now, listen, y'all know how it is. I tell y'all on this channel a lot. A lot of times, I don't even think I'm doing a live when I get an assignment, a divine assignment to go live. Tonight was one of those nights. I got a divine assignment to go live. Why? Here's how it happened for me. Listen, if y'all have heard me say this once, y'all have heard me say this 1,000 times. Everything is connected. Every single thing is connected. So I get a phone call from one of my boys tonight or earlier this afternoon. Shout out Jimmy if you're watching. I get a phone call, and me and Jimmy, we normally text each other on a regular. We don't talk all the time. We might call to set up something for the tennis court, but usually even that's in text. But Jimmy hits me up and asks me, he says, "Hey, Matt, I hadn't talked to you in a while. What's up, bro? Hey, give me your thoughts on this DEI boycott." And y'all, in the interest of complete transparency, I didn't even know, like, I'm so disconnected and so detached from the matrix. I've been hearing people talking about an economic blackout, but I don't turn on the news. Certain things that are seen tend to lower the vibration on social media. I swipe past them. So, when people are fussing, arguing, getting in their feelings and stuff like that, I tend to try to swipe past it unless it's something that is ratchet that I find entertaining. Then I'll watch it. I'm just keeping it 100. So I didn't know a whole lot about it, but we got into it and we talked about it. And he told me about who was heading it up. And that was the first red flag for me. He told me about the two public figures that are heading it up. That was the first red flag. As I started digging, doing a little bit of research, I found out there's another figure that's behind it. And now this thing is starting to look like the BLM movement of, 5 years ago or so. And so where the operative word is black. But when you pull the curtains back on the wizard and find out who's behind that curtain, pulling the strings and the rods and pushing the buttons, it's something quite opposite. So I'm starting to see some things as I'm doing some research, but I'm here to tell y'all I got a download. And y'all know, among other things, there's some astrological alignments that are happening right now. We got 7 major planets in alignment right now. A lot of people know that means something. A lot of people know that holds significance. A lot of people know that for us to have a 7 planetary alignment happening in advance of eclipse season coming in, there are some major portals. And I tell y'all all the time on this channel, by the way, if you're coming in and you haven't done so already, please tap that like button. It's going to let more people know we're live. Thank you. Now, I tell y'all all the time, these astrological transits end up opening and closing portals on a regular basis. These portals are energetic opportunities because certain energies being in certain alignments are opportunities for you to manifest and bring things out of the ether into your reality. They're activations. Portals are all about activations. Eclipses are about leaving one set of beliefs or one set of activities or something behind that no longer serves you and walking forward through that portal into a new reality. So you see, we do reality shifts and timeline shifts all the time. Sometimes they happen on the astral plane when we're asleep, and other times they happen real time while we're awake. Today, I'm going to reveal to you using basic numerology. I don't even get into the advanced stuff, y'all, that a lot of people do. Some of it is kind of dope. Some of it is a little bit too much for me, so I'll pull back from it. This is basic numerology. This stuff that I give y'all, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. All you have to do is know how to do simple math. You have to understand that the universe and the language of the universe is numbers. Numbers is the universal language of the universe. I don't care what spoken language you have now. Of course, we know once upon a time, all mankind spoke the same language. A lot of people who consider themselves a-religious, and the Tower of Babel story is presented in a religious framework. It's presented in through a religious visor or a religious lens. But what if we knew that was an actual historical event that took place, and that once upon a time, all men spoke the same language, and then all of a sudden they don't? All right, the languages are scattered. The only account that we have that tries to make sense of why humans are the only living species on the planet that speak different languages. You see what I'm saying? That account of the Tower of Babel is the only thing that adds any relevance to that. The only thing that makes that plausible, the only thing that makes that explicable. Everything else, all tigers growl the same way, all lions growl the same way, all dogs bark the same way, and it doesn't matter what breed of dog it is, they all understand the bark, okay? I got a couple of large breed and dogs that live down the street from me, neighbors and such. When they're barking, my dog, who's not as big as they are, he hears it and he's like, what's going on? They all speak the same language. Why do men speak different languages? Ties to that Tower of Babel story. If it ain't the Tower of Babel story, you don't believe in that, then somebody else make it make sense, right? But that aside, it doesn't matter what language we speak on this planet. Everybody understands numbers. Why? Because numbers, frequency, and vibration are how the universe communicates. They're how the universe communicates. So tonight, I'm going to show you how numerology has revealed something that some might call sinister with regards to the relevance of this DEI boycott, 24-hour boycott being on this day. All right. That is the intro out of the way, y'all. So I told you we got 7 planets in alignment tonight. What are they? Mercury, the planet of communication. Venus, communication and learning, Mercury, okay? Venus, the planet of love, all things beautiful, material possessions, abundance of material possessions, and partnerships, whether it's marriage, business partnerships, whatever, you name it. That's Venus energy. Mars, the planet that rules over, or the energy that rules over how we take action, how we experience intimacy, how we fight, how we love. Not how we love like Venus, but how we make love like Mars. Okay, that's Mars energy. Also, Mars is also the energy of magnetism. How we attract things to ourselves, how we attract things into our reality, how we attract people. That's that Mars energy. Okay. Then you have Jupiter, the planet of abundance, the planet of, I'm gonna go through all of this, y'all, again, but the planet of abundance, the planet of expansion, the planet of gifts, okay, or energy. Yeah, some people call it planet. Don't think of it as a planet as something that you can land on. Just think of it as pure, raw energy, okay? Jupiter. Then you got Saturn, karmic lessons, time, structure. What's the word I'm looking for? Not organization, but more of the Saturn is more of it's like structure, you know. Give structure, rule, that sort of thing. That's Saturnian energy. Okay. It's also about karma, how we experience and learn our karmic lessons. Okay. And then you've got Uranus, the planet of innovation, the planet of sudden change, the planet of rebellion, the energy of resistance. That's Uranus. And then we got Neptune. I don't think I left anything out. Neptune, all about dreams, visions, spirituality. Those 7 planets are in alignment on tonight. When things come into alignment, that's an energetic portal. That's highly charged energy coming into the earth plane. Okay. Now, those are 7 planets aligned. Why tonight? Why am I doing this video tonight? Why did this download come to me tonight? I believe it has everything to do with the 7 principles of Mayat. 7 planets aligned, 7 principles of Mayat. I might run through those really quick, but when we're dealing with a situation where there are certain, y'all saw the title, the dark side tried it again and failed, right? So when the dark side is using these energetic alignments to bring things into our reality, to project low vibrational energy, to project something to throw you off your route, and you're going to see that as I get into this tonight, then that universal energy of balance says, no. Let me alert the chosen ones and let them know that everything that looks good ain't good. Let's let them know what's really going on with this. Let's show them. Because see, we hear what the news is saying, and they project to us what they want us to do, what they want us to know, how they want us to react. Oh, they're taking these programs away from you. Stand up and do something about it, right? Right? We're gonna do something, y'all. Seven principles of Mayat. So the planetary alignment is also bringing Mayat energy into this realm. That's why I think this is happening, which is presenting itself to counter the dark magic that the inorganic ones, as Ralph Smart calls them. Y'all check his channel out, Infinite Waters. The inorganic ones are trying to activate using the universal planetary energies, okay? I talked about that 5 energy that they've been using since last year. The Pope trying to open up 5 portals. How they keep using this 5 number. This 5 number, 5 is the number of activation. It's the number of change, it's the number of activation. How they continue to use this number 5 energy to and using 5 portals, 5 portals. Anytime where you get a numeric energy that reduces to 5, look for them to do something with it. They're trying to activate something. I told you, abracadabra is 5 syllables, magic, okay? All of this stuff. So let me begin. For those of you who are not aware of what the whole reasoning behind these boycotts is about, what the catalyst for these boycotts was, I'm going to play 3 brief videos for you guys, okay? Let me start with the first one. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Thank y'all for being here. What's up, Tora girl? What is up? Okay. So now let me get these up and running here. Hang on one second. I told y'all we jumping right in here tonight. Thank you all again for being here. I know you could be anywhere in the world on a Friday night, but with a DEI boycott going on and a lot of people drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, did I say that? I ain't trying to offend nobody. Y'all wait till the end of this video and you tell me. Wait till the end of the video and you tell me. Okay. Well, a lot of people doing what they're told. Maybe y'all got time to watch me tonight, right? Here we go. All right. I did not label these. Let me make sure I got the right one. Hang on a second. Hang on one second. Okay. Let's go with that one. All right, y'all. Here we go.
You heard about the economic blackout?
We hit them where it hurts, and that is their wallets.
Some shoppers are boycotting all major retailers on Friday, February 28th in protest of the anti-DEI movement and price gouging. And that's not the only boycott underway. Black consumers are flexing their buying power and taking aim at Target.
A lot in America is shifting, and the church is going to have to be more active and vocal.
The retailer announced in January that it was rolling back many of its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The move has prompted a mass boycott led by Reverend Jamal Bryant. He's calling for Black shoppers to avoid shopping at Target during the 40-day Lent season and instead spend their dollars with Black-owned businesses.
If Target is receiving $12 million a day from Black people, then I think that some small modicum of that should be reinvested directly back into our communities.
Other faith leaders echoing the same calls. Don't spend your dollars where you aren't valued.
We've got to tell corporate America that there's a consequence for turning your back on diversity.
All right, I'm going to go back to something that Jamal Bryant said. And if those of y'all who don't know about Pastor Jamal Bryant, out of originally from Baltimore, Maryland, I'm not sure if I think he moved to Atlanta or something like that. Y'all look him up. But let me back this thing up a little bit. Because first of all, I want you to always, anytime they call for these national boycotts, pay attention to who's leading them up. Okay. And again, shout out to my brother Jimmy. He hit me up. He's like, Matt, well, you know, the first thing that looked a little bit suspect to me is who the leaders of it are. There are 2 prominent leaders of this particular boycott, 2 prominent out front leaders. You're not seeing the behind the scenes ones that are really funding the thing or really pushing the buttons. We're seeing the out front ones. Always coming back to the church, right?
Consumers are flexing their buying power and taking aim at Target.
A lot in America is shifting, and the church is going to have to be more active and vocal.
The retailer announced in January.
There's some other stuff the church can be active and vocal on too, but it's funny how we pick certain. Anyway, keep going, Matt.
That it was rolling back many of its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The move has prompted a mass boycott led by Reverend Jamal Bryant. He's calling for Black shoppers to avoid shopping at Target during the 40-day Lent season and instead spend their dollars with Black-owned businesses.
Okay, first of all, Pastor, why are you still calling yourself Black? Why are you still calling your parishioners Black? That's a story for another day. That ain't the subject of this. Y'all go check out my video, What Can Simple Bags of Flour Teach Us About Race? It's on my channel, okay? That's first and foremost. Secondly, why is it in 2025 that a lot of us are still, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I had somebody kind of butt heads with me back in 2020, a former friend, former colleague, butt heads with me because on my Facebook platform that I'm not really active as active, not nearly active at all on it anymore. He hit me up. He said, "Yo, man, why you saying y'all? Why you can't say us? You know, why you're not included in that?" And you know, just to keep the peace. Maybe that's that little bit of Libra in me, the Libra rising. I was like, you know what? I can see his side of the argument. Let me just say us if that's offending y'all. But you know what? I'm not saying us on this one because I'm not in that. I'm not in that. Okay. I'm not in that. So I'm not going to say us because I don't do the Lent thing anymore. And I've done some work on my blog and I've done some videos on why it is foolish to do Lent. Why it's foolish to practice Lent. So many people say I'm giving this thing up for Lent. I'm a suffer with Christ for 40 days by giving up my favorite Starbucks latte. Ooh, okay. So you gave up a latte, but you still sleep in a warm bed or with AC on if you're in a hot zone or heat when you're in a cold zone. And this brother spent 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. So you really suffering with him for Lent? Number two, he ain't ask you to. Y'all, I'm not gonna reteach that video. Y'all go check out my video on Lent. Just type in Matt D. Talford and Lent in your YouTube search window and check out what I had to say about Lent and why it's really kind of a mockery. And to me, that is not anything that the Messiah asked anybody to do. He didn't say, hey, at the Last Supper, he didn't tell his boys, hey, y'all, you know, they're going to get me tomorrow. They're going to get me tomorrow, y'all. They coming for me late in the midnight hour. They're going to snatch me when ain't nobody looking, and they're going to throw me in jail, and then I'm going to end up nailed to a tree. Okay, so they're going to get me. But after I'm gone, I want y'all every year after this for 40 days to give up your favorite thing. That's a story for another day. Anyway, so I'm going to close that one. I'm going to bring up the next video. Let me stop sharing this. And let's bring up the next video.
All right, y'all. So remember, the blackout is starting tomorrow. 24-hour blackout, February 28th from 12 a.m. to 11:59.
Now, on the one end, you got Jamal Bryant, who, let me just say, there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of respect for him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm telling you, I saw a video years ago with a hood. He tried to come in the hood in Baltimore, and they said, yo, man, we giving you a free pass this time. We know what you're about. Don't come through here no more. I was like, whoa, did one of the top gangsters in the hood tell him don't come through here no more? They said, we letting you walk out of here. If you come back in here again, it may not be so good. He didn't go back in there anymore. So if the hood don't love you and you're a pastor, you're supposed to be, what's really going on? What's really going on? That's a story for another day. But on this side, you got Al Sharpton, okay? Let me play it. Let me run it back and play it. And y'all know people, Al Sharpton is a mixed bag for people.
All right, y'all. So remember, the blackout is starting tomorrow. 24-hour blackout, February 28th from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. And over here, you get the picture. Do not make any purchases. Don't shop online or in the stores, meaning no Amazon, no Walmart, no Best Buy, no Uber Eats, nothing. Do not shop major retailers. Y'all get the point. Do not spend your check come Friday, okay? Do not use any credit cards, your debit cards, your hard-earned cash, unless it is absolutely necessary. So if you need tissue, if you need laundry detergent, if you need some bread and eggs, if you need cereal and milk for the kids, go and get that today. And as always, you can always shop locally if you want to eat out. Go to that local spot. One just opened up here. It's a barbecue place on North Salina Street. It's Black owned, okay? Called Who Wants Smoke if you are in Syracuse. But you can always eat locally, shop locally, go to locally owned restaurants, cafes for your coffee if you drive to work in the morning. Go local, okay? So tap in below to let me know if you are joining in on the blackout tomorrow.
February 28th, single day. All right. February 28th. Let me go back to my notes here. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here, y'all. Let's see what's happening. Now, y'all do know that, again, I talk about it all the time. I'm a Libra rising, and that energy, I think, just it helps me. I'm not saying that, well, I have to do this way, do this thing this way because I'm a Libra rising. No. To me, my understanding my own energy helps me to understand why I move the way I do. I always try to keep things balanced and look at things from different perspectives to try to find the truth, because what we find is that the truth is typically somewhere in the middle. So I've shown you two videos of two different individuals or two different sets of individuals explaining to you why, if you are so-called Black, you should be not spending money on today, February the 28th, 2025. Okay. One faction, hey, reverend always comes back to the church, right? Always getting the church to rally the people. Pay attention. Always getting the church to rally the people. On the one end, you got the Reverend, good deacon, Dr. Reverend Pastor Jamal Bryant. And on the other end, you got old school, classic, good Reverend Deacon Dr. Pastor Al Sharpton. Okay. Now, I want you to see a contrast put forth by a sister that said, there's something that seems a little bit fishy about this thing. Now, I didn't see this video when I got this download. I'm just setting the table for y'all before we eat. Y'all notice what I do. So let me open this up. Let me copy this link. Let me put it in a new tab here. And oh, that's not what I want, fam. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't do me like that. Hold up. Let me try it like this. Oh, they're gonna make me log in. Let me see if it's got my because I do not remember this password, y'all. Hang on. Okay, maybe I won't be able to show y'all this. So I might have to show it to you on my phone. Hang on a second. If I've got this window open, hang on. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, family. Hang on 1 second.
So this guy's
okay. Let's see if I can't. And I don't think I can download this. Hang on. No, I cannot. But let me see if I can cast it to my laptop. It will not let me do it. All right. So I'm going to try to show you guys this on the phone. If not, you can at least hear the audio. Okay. So give me 1 second. I'm going to scroll this back.
So this guy's name.
All right. So let me do it this way. This one is not one of those videos I could download. So I'm going to have to show it to you guys here. I'm going to have to do it the dirty way. All right. Here we go. Hopefully y'all can hear this. I'll turn it all the way up.
Name is John Schwartz. He is the person that is leading the blackout that is happening today and for the following months. He has put together the contingency plan to make this blackout work. Okay. From what I've dug on him so far, he's like a love and light type of person from his Instagram. Anyway, you never know what people's intentions are. But then someone brought something else to my attention that I thought was quite interesting. This GoFundMe that he is raising. I thought that was quite interesting. I mean, I know sometimes when people are putting together something, it costs money, but you know, already finding out about BLM, this is quite suspicious. The next question I have is why use his face to push this narrative and this movement? Is it to woo the so-called Black people of America and get them all reared up? Because everybody knows the struggle of Black America has always made people a lot of money. Just food for thought. So this guy's name is John Schwartz.
All right. So So that's a contrasting opinion. That is a contrasting opinion. Hot Shot put some, she put some dates in there. May 26th to 20 to 26th, Walmart, June 3rd to 9th, Target, 25th to 30th, McDonald's. Okay. I got that. But let me do this. Let me come here. She said, oh, I thought they already boycotted Walmart. Y'all listen, let me give you the scope of this, and then y'all can make what you will of this after this, because I know this is a touchy subject for some people. But the whole goal of this video tonight is for you to at least pay attention to where you are sending your energy. Pay attention to what you are pouring your energy into and where you are sending your energy. Remember what I've been teaching on this platform for months. All right. The inorganic ones, as Ralph Smart calls them, do not have the ability to create. So what they do is they tap into your emotional power and get your emotions to create the things for them that they could not create without you. So you have to be careful. By the time you get to the end of this lesson, y'all, or video, I don't even want to call it a lesson, but you're going to learn something. I feel like you will learn something. By the time I get through the end of this video tonight, you're going to see exactly how they use these portals by looking at numerology to get these things done. Numerology reveals a hidden reason. There's a hidden reason behind this 228. Let's not deal. March 21st ain't here yet. April 7th through 14th ain't here yet. April 21st through 38th ain't here, or 28th ain't here yet. Okay. June 25th through 30th, they're not here yet. We're dealing with this tonight. Thank you, Bella. I agree with you. Let me talk about it. Okay. Fair, you said talk about nothing with us. Yeah. Tor Girl said I didn't even know about this, and I just thought we were going to chill this year. Right. Thank you, Tor Girl. Thank you. Remember all of the people that were on there that were mad after Trump won the nomination or Trump won the election, talking about we sitting this one out, y'all. When y'all need some help, don't come to us. We ain't boycotting for nobody. We ain't marching for nobody. We ain't doing none of that. We sitting this one out. Them the same people running this thing. Okay, this is why you got to be careful. You got to be careful when you open your mouth and say what you ain't gonna do. You got to be careful, right? Shout out to our girl. Thank you for bringing that up. Now, let me get back to my notes because I want to bring this in. Y'all need to understand what is happening here. So let's get on to the subject matter. First of all, ask yourself, why of all days was Friday, February 28th chosen? They could have called for this so-called 24-hour blackout anytime. Why was Friday chosen? Why was Friday chosen? I'm going to break that down for you right now. Okay. You and your feelings said I had people at my job participating. When I heard this, instinctively, I felt it was BS. I'm just saying. Let me break it down. That's some good instinct. You and your feelings. I'm going to break it down for y'all right now. Friday is Venus Day. I'm explaining to y'all whether you believe this stuff or not. I'm explaining to you now how these people tap into these energies. Remember, they told you through religion and even to some degree through the education system, K-12, but not so much. Primarily through religion, and the two are connected. They say church and state are separated. That's the biggest lie they ever told. That is the biggest lie they ever told. Church is another form of governance, but that's a story for another day. Okay? Even whether you choose to believe in this stuff or not, these people tell you, they demonize it. They say, don't look at it. It's against God. God told you not to do it. And the very controllers of this realm do the thing that they told you not to do. Why? Because they use it to manipulate you, to get your juice, your spiritual juice, to create the very things they could not create without you. Now, Friday is Venus Day. Where my Spanish-speaking people at? Viernes, V-I-E-R-N-E-S in Spanish, Viernes. It is Venus Day. That's why they call it Viernes in Spanish and Latin. It's Friday in English. Friday is Venus Day. It's the day that I guess it's the day for Venus energy or whatever. I don't know how these things were constructed or made up way back when. I just know that that's how they work. Don't believe me? Go look at anybody. Go talk to anybody who was born on a Friday, and you're going to see Venusian energies about them. I was one of them. I was born on a Friday. Okay, I carry a lot of Venusian energy. People who are born on Fridays tend to be in their heart space a lot. That's just a little side note. Go talk to anybody that was born on a Thursday. They got a big personality. Go talk to anybody. Thursday is what? Jupiter Day. Go talk to anybody who was born on a Wednesday. What you're going to find out is they're very chatty, very talkative, very communicative. Wednesday is what? Miércoles. In Spanish, that's Mercury Day. Tuesday. You don't want to get on somebody's bad side who was born on a Tuesday. Why? Tuesday is Mars Day. In Spanish, it's called Martes. Okay? And people who are born on a Monday is what? Moon Day. In Spanish, it's lunes. Short lunar, lunes. You feel that vibration? People who are born on Mondays tend to be emotional. Okay? People who are born on Sundays, domingo, okay? The Sunday. People who are born on Sundays have these big, bright personalities, okay? And then people who are born on Saturdays, Saturn day, tend to be a little bit more reserved, a little bit more stern, a little bit more structured, a little bit more melancholy even. Saturn, heavy energy. So when you got people who are born on Saturn day, aka Saturday, those are the energies. These energies are real. You can say what you want about them, but I guarantee you're going to find people that were born on those respective days that carry those energies, those vibrational frequencies. Now, Friday is Venus Day, a day that, what should we be doing on Venus Day? Venus Day is a day that we should all be showing or operating in the energy of love and partnership, right? How do we know? How do we know? Venus rules over the 7th house of partnership. Now, I'm going to talk about something special with Venus a little bit later in my notes, okay? So that's number one. Ask yourself, first of all, why of all days was Friday, February 28th, chosen? Now, I'm giving you some facts. I'm going to give you some facts, and then I'm going to come with the narrative. Fact number one, Friday equals Venus Day. Venus, it rules over partnerships. It rules over the 7th house of partnerships, okay? We got 7 planets in alignment tonight. We're in that Venus energy, 7, the ruler of the 7th house. Venus rules over the 7th house. Is ruled by Libra, which is the energy of balance. Okay. Let me hang on one second, y'all. Let me respond to this. Now, okay. Give me one second. Now, so Venus, ruler of the 7th house, Libra, balance energy. They're initiating something on the day of balance, partnerships, and love. Okay, now 228. Let's do some basic math, numerology. 228. What is 228? 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 8 is 12. We don't need to do a further reduction. Let's hold that 12 because I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. If you do that further reduction, you might miss something. Let's stop at the 12. Normally in numerology, we continue to reduce, but we're going to stop at that 12 because 12 is a number you can use in astrology. We got some major astrological events happening today. Okay, pardon me, y'all. Next, 228.25 is what? What's going on today, y'all? What was the live I just did 2 days ago? I did a live setting you up for the new moon cycle in Pisces. We're currently here on this day, 2/28/2025. We are under the energy of a Pisces new moon. Okay, what are new moons for? New moons are all about planting seeds and manifesting. Y'all pay attention, make mental notes or write them down if you want. Okay, 2/28/25. We're currently under the energy of a new moon in what sign? Pisces. Pisces is the ruler of what house? The 12th house. Okay, we got that 12 energy from the 2/28 on a day where there's a new moon in Pisces, and Pisces rules over the 12th house. There's more 12 energy there. Okay, new moons are supposed to be about planting seeds and manifesting. So you got to be careful even with the words that come out of your mouth when you're under a new moon. You have to be careful. What did I say in the previous video? The scripture I showed, the power, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So you got to guard your thoughts and your words when you're under these new moon cycles, because you could be planting seeds inadvertently. Okay, next, 2/28/25. What is the solar cycle right now? Pisces. Pisces is the ruler of what? The 12th house. Y'all see all this 12 energy? So now, the 12 energy of the day is 2/28. 2 plus 2 plus 4. I'm sorry, 2 plus 2 plus 8 is 12. We got the 12 energy of the day plus the 12 energy of the moon cycle, Pisces, okay? Ruler of the 12th house, which is the house of spirituality and the ruler of the psyche. Plus, so that's 12, that's 2 12s. Plus we got another 12, the 12 energy of the sun. The 12 energy of the sun. Why the 12 energy of the sun, Matt? Because the sun is currently in the constellation of Pisces, ruler of the 12th house, which is the house of spirituality and the psyche, among other things, okay? It is also the house that is the bridge between the spirit realm and the physical realm. So when you're manifesting, when you're conceiving with your thoughts, what it is that you want, you manifest it in the spirit realm. And then, you plant that seed in the spirit realm with your thought. Thoughts become things. It manifests into the physical realm. So you got to be careful with this Pisces energy because you're planting a seed in the ether that is going to, if nurtured, produce fruit in the physical. So now you got triple 12, 2/28, that's 12 energy. New moon in Pisces, that's 12 energy. Sun in Pisces, that's 12 energy. All right. That's a powerful triple 12 portal. Powerful. Now, that energy is supercharged. Why is it supercharged, Matt? It's supercharged by reason of Neptune, which is the planetary ruler of Pisces, being currently at home in the sign of Pisces. So Neptune is at home in its native sign, Pisces. All right. So that Neptune in Pisces energy is supercharging this portal. Guess what else? The North Node is in what sign, y'all? Been talking about it all last year. It is in Pisces. So now you got supercharged energy coming from Neptune, supercharged Piscean energy coming from Neptune, supercharged energy, Piscean energy coming from the North Node, hitting this triple 12 portal. Y'all starting to figure it out now, right? Why they chose 1228 to call for this 24-hour boycott. I'm gonna get into that in just a second. All right. Okay. Now, in traditional astrology, watch this. In traditional astrology, Pisces is governed by the planet Jupiter. Most people, you ask them, what's the planetary ruler of Pisces? They'll tell you Neptune. But in traditional astrology, the planetary ruler of Pisces was or is Jupiter. Just depends on whether you're looking at traditional or modern. Traditional, the planetary ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. Why is that important? First of all, how do we know that? Jupiter is the planet of gifts and abundance. Put it in the chat if you know a Pisces that loves to gift you or loves to shower people with gifts. You got a Pisces friend. Have you ever gotten a gift from them? You got a Pisces family member. Have you ever gotten an unexpected gift from them? Put it in the chat. Okay. Now, so I set the table for y'all. I showed you all of this 12 energy. All of this 12 energy, I just showed it to y'all. Okay. I see y'all hitting up in the chats. I'm going to come to those in just a minute. I'm going to come to the questions, the comments in just a minute. So now I set the table for y'all. They chose today because of this powerful portal. You got triple 12 energy today, and it is supercharged by Neptune in Pisces and the North Node in Pisces. So they knew what they were doing when they chose this day to tell you to boycott. Now, let me reveal the trick to you. Let me reveal the trick. Those who are spiritually awakened know by now that everything that the matrix presents is the reverse of what it should be. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. People who are spiritually awakened, if you're still spiritually asleep, I don't even want to hear from you. Because a sleeping person can't talk to a person who's up and around and walking around the house. If you sleep, you ain't talking to somebody who's awake. So if you're not spiritually awakened, I don't even want to hear it. And no offense, but you go ahead and enjoy your sleep. Keep snoozing. Keep snoozing. Go ahead and enjoy your sleep. All right. What's up, brother Jeter? What's up, brother? What's up? So people who are spiritually awakened, they know by now that everything that the matrix presents is the reverse of what it should be. And that is how the forces of darkness have thrived for so long. They take something that is natural, something that is pure, and they reverse it and tell you that the opposite is true. That's the lie. What did the Messiah say to the Pharisees? He said, you are a liar and the father of it. What did he tell them? He said, you are of your father, the devil. He was a liar from the beginning. He's a liar and the father of it. We know what the father is. The father is the divine spark. So the spark that creates the lie is that devil energy. Now, again, let's keep it moving. The first key is that new moons in and of themselves are powerful creation spark portals. New moons are powerful creation spark, divinely created creation spark portals. Even the Most High instructed the ancient Israelites to observe the new moons. I showed y'all that in a number of Old Testament scriptures where they were instructed to observe the new moons. Sabbaths, new moons, other feast days or whatever, but that new moon was special. That new moon was special. So special that the Most High instructed the ancient Israelites to observe the new moons. And they were also observed, these same new moons were also observed by other ancient civilizations, such as those in Kemet, ancient Kemet, and ancient Sumeria. All right. We use new moon cycles to manifest and intention set. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But manifest what, Matt? Manifest what? Manifest what? That is the question. That is the question. When I do new moon videos, I tell y'all to manifest in alignment with what sign the new moon is in, how that new moon sign aligns with your house structure. Whatever house you got that matching sign in, that is the area you want to focus your manifestation intentions into, because you are now in that portal. You're in that portal, so it's supercharged. It's not that you can't manifest other things during a new moon. You can manifest anything you want, but if you want to supercharge it, get in alignment with your natal chart. The new moon's in Pisces. Where do I have Pisces in my natal chart? Oh, I got Pisces in this house. What does this house govern over? It governs over this area of life. Okay, let me manifest the bringing in of something new in this area of my life to do away with the old. We're supposed to be in life. We're supposed to be constantly renewing ourselves. Who keeps something around that they're not using anymore? You can, but it's just taking up space. Space that could be claimed or used for something useful. If you're not using it, then it's not useful, right? So let me get back on my point here. So when we're manifesting during new moon cycles, you can manifest whatever you want, but the manifestation is always going to be more powerful when it's in alignment with your natal chart. So what the matrix or the forces of darkness did today is this, y'all. This is what they did. Y'all pay attention. They put forth a useless boycott. Why you say useless, Matt? Useless because single day boycotts are like using a nail file to try to open a bank vault. You're going to break that nail file trying to open a bank vault, right? You ever seen anybody get inside a bank vault with a nail file? Here, let me file my way through this 12 inches of steel, galvanized steel, so I can get inside this vault. Impossible. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. I don't care how powerful that file is. You're not going to get in that bank vault with a file, okay, with a nail file. You're not going to get in there. There's a reason why I said that. Okay, there's a reason why I even used bank vault, because we're talking about money here. When you're dealing with boycotts, you're talking about money. Okay, so they put forth a useless boycott. A useless boycott to get, what did I say here? Useless boycott is useless because single day boycotts are like using a nail file to try to open a bank vault. Another example, a single day boycott is like a tank coming into your neighborhood, oppressing people. You got a military tank that's fully loaded, all kinds of ordnance and weapons and bullets and everything, and you got a tank coming to your neighborhood. You're like, hey, we got to stop this tank. Anybody go out there and get some rocks and throw it at it. I mean, that's a real thing. They do that over in Israel right now, but that's a story for another day. That's sad. Or used to do it before they started bombing the hell out of them. That's a sad story. But anyway, that's my point. A single day boycott is like throwing rocks at a tank. That tank laughing at you. Look at these fools throwing rocks at us. They can't hurt us. That's what a single day boycott is like. So they put forth a useless boycott to get the most spiritual beings on the planet. The most spiritual beings on the planet. Melanin connects you to the cosmos. The cosmos is full of melanin. Melanin connects you to the cosmos. It's not that everybody on the planet is not spiritual. I'm not taking anything away from you if you lack melanin. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm talking about the max capacity. A car, a 2.4 liter Honda Civic, a 2.4 liter Honda Civic can do 100 miles an hour, but it ain't gonna get there as quick as a 5.0 liter Ford Mustang. Capacity. We're talking about capacity. Okay, we're talking about capacity. A tank, a car that, let's say you got two cars. Both of these cars burn. Let's say they burn 25 miles a gallon. Let's say they get 25 miles per gallon. Well, if you got a car that has a 16-gallon tank in it and it gets 25 miles per gallon, and it's got a 16-gallon tank, 25 times 4 is 100, times 4 is 400. That car's going to go 400 miles, right, before it needs gas. Hypothetically, if you're depending on how you're driving it, hypothetically, its max range is going to be 400 miles before it gets out of gas. But what if you got another car that has 25 miles per gallon, but it's got a 20-gallon tank? It's going to go a little bit further. It's going to go a little bit further. See what I'm saying? You see how that works? You see how that works? Okay? So that's how that works. That's how that works. That one's going to go 500 miles capacity. So you take the most spiritual beings on the planet and get them to focus their energies on taking away something, which is the reverse of what you should be doing during a new moon cycle. Boom, I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you. If you turn this video off right here, that's enough. That's enough food to get you full. Okay? But I got some more food coming out. Hey, chef, bring some more food out. Bring some more drinks out. Get that dessert ready. I got some more for y'all. I got some more for you. So you take a useless boycott to get the most spiritual beings on the planet to focus their energy on taking away, which is the reverse of what you should be doing during a new moon cycle. New moon cycle, you're supposed to be putting something in, not taking something out. Taking out is for the full moon. The new moon, you're supposed to be putting in. Okay? But they got you to do this on a new moon cycle, on a powerful spiritual new moon cycle in the very spiritual sign of Pisces, which happens to be the bridge between heaven and earth. So new moons and Pisces are the most powerful out of all of them. Yeah, the other ones are powerful. Yeah, Cancer's powerful. Yeah, Scorpio's powerful. Yeah, Leo's powerful. Yeah, Sagittarius. Yeah, all of the other ones are powerful. New moons are powerful. But a new moon in Pisces is the ruler of that. Pisces governs that bridge between the ether and the physical. So if you want it to show up, if you get it manifested during a Pisces new moon, woo, that's like manifestation on steroids. Okay? So that's what they did. Number one, they put forth a useless boycott to get the most spiritual beings on the planet to function in the energy of taking away, which is the reverse. I told you the matrix reverses everything. When you should be putting in, you're taking away. Watch this. Watch this. Number two, Venus Day. Venus Day, aka Friday. Today is Venus Day. Friday. Friday is the day to give and show love. It's one reason why Fridays have historically been the number one day for date night. The number one day for date night. Fridays. Yeah, you can take somebody out for a date on on Saturday. You can take them out for a date on Thursday. Who goes out on dates on Monday? With very few people. Friday is the number one day for date night. And y'all thought it just had to do with the weekend. No, it's the energy of Venus. Friday is Venus Day. Venus rules over partnerships. It rules over love. Okay? That's Venus energy. So not only did they get you to operate in the energy of taking away during the new moon in Pisces, but number two, on a day that you're supposed to be showing and giving love and to be in alignment with that Venus energy, you are taking away. You are taking away. Okay? All right? The number one day for date night is the energy of Venus. Okay? You're taking away. All right? All right? And y'all think that going out on a date on Friday it has to do with intent. We think it's about intent, but the intent is a byproduct of the energy of that day. That's why. So now, one, you are doing the reverse. Okay, number one, you're focusing your energy on taking away something when you should be focusing on planting, putting seeds into the universe. Number two, on Venus Day, the day that you naturally show love, you unnaturally are in the energy of not showing love, right? Monetary exchange is another form of energy exchange. Bills and taxes aside, we spend money and give money to people and or businesses that we like and love. The universe is a study of opposite energies. Remember that. We always get back what we put out. We always get back what we put out. Galatians 6 and 7 is a matter of universal law. Let me bring up Galatians 6 and 7. Pardon me, y'all. Sorry about the burps. I can't get to the mute button in time here sometimes with this using the onboard mic. Let's learn something, y'all. Let's learn something tonight. Let's go to Galatians 6 and 7. Y'all know I do scripture on this channel. Y'all already know the Bible's a spiritual book, not a religious book, all right? So let me show you what's going on with this. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever man sows, that will he also reap. Okay, so whatever you put out, you get back. Whatever you plant in, whatever energy you plant, you sow. Whatever energy you sow, planting is sowing. Whatever energy you sow, you got to eat. You got to come back and harvest and eat the fruit thereof. That's how the universe works. Oh, you don't get to sow a seed. See, in reality, I can sow seeds for cucumbers. Y'all hear me say cucumbers a lot. I love it. That's my favorite summertime vegetable. Okay, I can sow seeds for cucumbers and not have to eat any of them. I can give them all away. That's the physical realm. But in the spirit realm, whatever you sow, you're going to reap that and eat it yourself. You don't get to give your stuff. Now, you might get blessings and share them with other people, but them blessings still came to you first. You might get karma, and if somebody try to get in the way, they're going to catch that karma too, but that karma belongs to you based on the seeds that you planted. Let me stop sharing that. That's Galatians 6 and 7. That's a universal law. That's a matter of universal law. That's a matter of universal law. Tell me how that's religion. It always happens. If it always happens, it's a universal law. Okay? So now talking about money, monetary exchange is another form of energy exchange. So not counting bills and taxes, those are things we have to pay, whatever. We spend money and give money to people and or businesses that we like and love. Remember, the universe is a study of opposite energies. We always get back what we put out. Okay? You get back what you put out. That's how the universe balances itself. So, why is that important? By withholding money and resources on a day that we should be giving them, and that during a new moon in the sign of the ruler of the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms, instead of planting seeds that would return a harvest of abundance, they deceived so many of us into planting a seed of withholding, such that the abundance is withheld from you in a season where abundance is due to the very ones that had it stolen from them centuries ago. Who they got out here boycotting DEI today? I'm going to read that again for the people in the back of the room because that probably went over somebody's head. So by withholding money and resources on a day, this new moon in Pisces, that we should be giving it, and that day during a new moon in the sign of the ruler of the, or giving, when I say on a day that we should be giving it, that's Venus Day. That's about partnership and love, right? Exchanging money is exchanging love sometimes too, if you ain't paying it to somebody, okay? You ain't giving money to somebody you don't love. Even if you're giving it to somebody on the street corner saying, hey, brother, can you spare a dime? It's the love in your heart that's causing you to give that person money that's on the street corner. That's Venus energy. So by withholding money and resources on Venus Day, which is a time that we should be giving, and that during a new moon in the sign of the ruler of the bridge between the spirit and the physical realms, instead of planting seeds that would return a harvest of abundance, why? You get back what you put out. They deceived so many of us into planting a seed of withholding, such that the abundance is withheld from you in a season where abundance is due to you, so-called black man, due to you, so-called black woman. Can't you see what's happening prophetically right now? Y'all gonna catch what I'm throwing in a minute. Y'all gonna catch what I'm throwing in a minute. Okay? In a season where abundance is due to the very ones that had it stolen from them centuries ago. Oh, y'all forgot. We've been under bondage so long, in accordance with scripture. We've been under bondage for so long that we forgot we were royals. Yeah. And they look at you and scoff when you tell them you're royal. We forgot. You had your stuff stolen centuries ago. Why do you think these artifacts are still sitting in these European museums and these American museums? Smithsonian Institute has these artifacts from ancient. Them artifacts they held belong to your ancestors. That chariot that they found in ancient Kemet, that belongs to your ancestors. That chariot that they found in the section of Kemet that is the desert Southwest, story for another day, that belonged to your ancestors. Why is somebody else holding it? There's value to it, not just monetary value, because who can value something, who can place a monetary value on something that holds that type of energy? It's really about the energy. Okay? That's how they got us with the okie doke on doing this boycott today. Let me keep going. Planetary alignment. Planetary alignment. Let me keep breaking this down for y'all. Planetary alignment. 7 planets are aligning tonight. So to do seed planting rituals, remember it's a new moon. 7 planets are aligning tonight. So to do seed planting rituals on this night can set you up for a huge payout in the areas of life governed by those 7 planets. See that? They ain't want you to know that. They want you working opposite the energy of that alignment. The very individuals that's due for a come up scripturally and prophetically. For y'all church folk that watch it, I keep telling y'all, man, if your pastor has not been breaking down prophecy and identity to you, and he just continues to preach prosperity gospel, and your life ain't changing because they told you don't look at astrology because it's evil, but they can't tell you specifically what you came here to do. They can only tell you generally that you came here to serve God. The kingdom of God is within you, not without of you. It's not in that church. It's not in that pulpit. That ain't the kingdom of God. The scripture in the Old Testament and the New Testament, the kingdom of God is within you. They ain't telling you that. Okay? So you got 7 planets aligning tonight. So to do seed planting rituals on this night can set you up for a huge payout in the areas of life governed by those planets that your pastor told you not to look at, told you not to look into. Let's look into them tonight. Mercury, number 1. I'm exposing the trick now. Mercury, the trick that they sprung with that DEI boycott on the 28th. I'm not saying that there's anything per se wrong with it. Okay. But why tonight? This is what we're dealing with. Why on the 28th of all nights? Why on the 28th? Why didn't they do it yesterday? Why didn't they wait till Saturday, March the 1st? Wouldn't it make more sense to start something at the beginning of a month than at the end of a month for one day? I'm going to get to that. Mercury, the trick they got you to plant a negative, the trick that they sprung with this boycott on today got you to plant a negative seed that could later affect your ability to receive communications and knowledge. You withheld, remember, by saying, I ain't spending no money today. That's energy. You withheld when you should have been manifesting abundance or visions and dreams so that they can be brought into reality. Mercury's aligning tonight during a new moon. So any manifestations, Mercury is picking that up. So this is the trick. This is how they robbed you of the abundance that could have come from that seventh planetary alignment. This is how they robbed you. Mercury, the trick got you to plant a negative seed that could later affect your ability to receive communication and knowledge for anything that could have benefited you. Okay? Why? Because you withheld when you should have been manifesting abundance or manifesting visions and dreams being brought into reality. Next, Venus. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could later affect your ability to receive love, receive high vibrational partnership, receive beauty and abundance of material possessions. That's Venus energy. We plant so that we can receive later. We plant during the new moon so that by the full moon, we can reap the harvest. We plant in the new moon of a sign so that by the full moon of that same sign, we can reap the harvest. Why do you think the Most High told you to observe the new moon? You can't see the new moon. You can't see it with your eyes. Everything is symbolism. The new moon, hey, this is an empty canvas. Paint on it what you want. I'm going to activate it and bring that picture into view for you. You cannot see the new moon. You don't even know what the moon is until it begins that waxing phase and you see that little tiny sliver with the star next to it. Depending on what time of year it is. Like right now, this time of year, that's Venus that you're going to see next to it. Speaking of Venus, again, the trick got you to plant a negative seed of withholding so that it could later affect your ability to receive love. If you withhold, it's going to be withheld from you. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could later affect your ability to receive love, receive high vibrational partnership, receive beauty and abundance of material possessions. Venus rules over Taurus. Taurus rules over the second house of beautiful things and material possessions. Venus rules over two houses. The first house, the second house, which is about beautiful possessions, items, tangible things. And the seventh house is about beautiful partnerships and experiences in love. So by withholding, when Venus is in a planetary alignment during a new moon in Pisces, look at what you activated being withheld from you. These people use you to do magic on yourself all the time, on yourselves all the time, but you're not aware. Why? Because the same people told you numerology is evil and astrology is evil, but they use it on you for evil when you could be using it for good for yourself and for your families. Y'all got to be tired by now. Y'all got to be tired. Y'all got to be tired of struggling when you don't have to. These same people that's billionaires writing books, they writing books using the same things that the powers that be told you not to look at. You waiting to die and go to heaven, they're experiencing heaven here on earth. Only for you to get to your life review and say, hey, well, we sent teachers, by the way, to tell you this stuff and you didn't use it. So you got to go back and repeat this cycle again. And by the way, you're going to forget we had this conversation. So hopefully, you learn how to tap in and get fragments of that past life memory so that you can make a better decision the next time you hear. This stuff is real. Let's keep going. Mars. Mars is in the seventh planet alignment. Mars. The trick that they sprung with this boycott on today got you to plant a negative seed that could later affect your ability, what does Mars do? To take action when necessary. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability to resist when necessary and to receive high vibrational intimacy. Venus is love, Mars is intimacy. I'm saying that nice because YouTube don't like certain words. Venus is feminine energy, Mars is masculine energy. Venus receives, Mars gives. Y'all put that where it goes. Okay? So when you're talking about that X word, with the S in front of it. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could prevent your receiving high vibrational intimacy. Why? Because you have entered into the energy of withholding when you should have been in the energy of seed planting. Why? Because it's a new moon cycle. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. I can't make it up. But by the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you how to snap out of it. If you fell under the trick, I'm gonna tell you how to snap out of it, because you still got a little bit of time before this new moon cycle ends. You still got a little bit of time. Jupiter's in that 7-planet alignment. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that would almost affect your abundance. Jupiter's the planet of abundance. It's the planet of gifts. But this is a swing point. This is the swing point. Let me show you. Let me show you how this is the swing point. Okay? Jupiter. The trick, y'all know Jupiter's the planet of expansion. It's the planet of abundance. It's the planet of gifts. Jupiter. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that would almost affect your abundance. Now, why'd you say almost, Matt? Because these dumbass dark side people, the dumbass dark side doesn't know or did not factor in the fact that gifts come without repentance. How about that, dummies? How about that, dumb dark side people watching me? I know y'all watch me. I wasn't born yesterday. I know y'all watch me. I know y'all watch me to see what's coming next, but you can't know what's coming next because I don't even know what's coming next. I didn't know I was going to be doing this video 24 hours ago. The Most High put this video into me when I was in the shower today, this afternoon. I know y'all watch me. Keep watching. All you're doing is getting a forecast of what's coming to you. A galactic ass whooping. That's going to last the effect's going to be felt a long time because y'all won't stop. And y'all have had every opportunity to, but you still don't stop. Almost affected your abundance. Okay? But they didn't factor in that gifts come without repentance. And so therefore, what gifts are due to you are already yours. So that's one saving grace. Jupiter's one saving grace. Whatever gifts you have, they're already yours. But they thought they were springing a trick on your Jupiter because Jupiter's in that alignment too. They thought they were affecting your ability to be expansive, but Jupiter's in that alignment too. So that's one saving grace. The gifts that you have are already yours. God give you them gifts. You ain't got, however you use them is up to you. That's what gifts come without repentance means. That means that the giver of the gift ain't sorry for giving it to you. Hey, this is yours. Do whatever you want to do with it. Just know that Jupiter is here giving. Saturn is there watching what you do with it. You do the wrong thing with it, Saturn got you. That's the check and balance. That's why gifts come without repentance, because the Most High put that universal karma energy out there. He gonna give you the gift. Jupiter gonna give you the gift. Daddy Jupiter gonna give you the gift. Mama Saturn watching what you do with it. If you do something high vibrational with it, she gonna expand that gift. But if you do something low vibrational with it, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay. All right, that's Jupiter. Saturn. The trick, what is Saturn? Saturn, I'm gonna get to it. Saturn, the trick got you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability to be aware of or properly manage time. Saturn rules over time. What else did it do, Matt? The trick got you to plant a negative seed that would affect your ability to identify and work through your karmic lessons. That's one of the things we come to Earth to do. What are my karmic lessons and how do I work through them? All right, Saturn's in that alignment too. Oh, what else does Saturn rule over? The trick got you to plant a negative seed that would affect your ability to create or maintain a sense of order and structure in your life. That sense of order and structure, that's Saturnian energy. I know your daddy told you you can have it. I know your daddy brought you a pack of cookies, but doggone it, you ain't gonna eat that whole pack. That's Saturn. Jupiter gave you the cookies. Saturn said, you eat 2 cookies and go to bed. And I bet not see you going them again. That's Saturn right there. Jupiter gave you the pack of cookies. Jupiter gave you a brand new pack of cookies that had 20 cookies in it. Saturn said, eat 2 of them. I want these cookies to last 10 days. And that's 10 days of you doing your chores like I told you. If you don't do your chores, you ain't getting them cookies. I don't care if your daddy gave them to you. Yeah, your daddy gave them to you, but I control when and how you get them. You do everything I tell you to do, then you're going to get them. But you're going to have some structure and order to it. That's Saturnian energy. But the trick, by putting that withholding energy out there in the universe, that trick was sprung on you during this 7 planetary alignment, that trick was Saturn's in it. That trick was sprung on you to get you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability to be aware of or properly manage time, to affect your ability to identify and work through your karmic lessons, and to affect your ability to create or maintain a sense of order and structure in your life. So if you're out here participating in this doggone senseless boycott, senseless 24-hour boycott that ain't putting a ripple in a pond, that ain't putting a ripple in the ocean. You throw a rock in the pond, you might see it. You throw a rock in the ocean, you ain't gonna be, where my rock go? I ain't see no puddle. Y'all said I was gonna see a puddle if I threw this in the ocean. I don't see nothing. That's what you did with a 24-hour boycott. You're gonna go, man, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. That's how it affected your Saturn. 2 more planets. What are the next 2 planets? What are the last 2 planets in this alignment today, Matt? In this portal? Uranus. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability to be innovative. Uranus rules over innovation. The trick also got you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability or willingness to resist and or reject structures and systems that do not serve the greater good. Man, they did the whoop-de-doo on a lot of y'all, man. They did the whoop-de-doo on you. Hey, let's boycott on the 28th. Yeah, that sounds like the right thing to do. We'll show them taking away our DEI. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something, man. I'm going to show y'all something by the end of this video, okay? So, again, Uranus. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability to what? Innovate. 2, the trick also got you to plant, it got you to affect your ability to innovate in a season where the planet Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, which is all about innovation. Hey, this don't work anymore. Let's innovate. Not now, man. They done planted a seed during a new moon, during a 7 planetary alignment of withholding. If you withheld, then it's going to be withheld from you. Got your mind. Be not conformed to this world, Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Well, if they spring in thank God. Wait a minute. Mars wasn't that. Mars rules over Scorpio. Scorpio is also the energy of regeneration. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Maybe that trick was also to keep you from transforming your mind. Being able to be renewed by the transforming of your mind. Why? Because you withheld when you were supposed to be planting. The trick also got you to plant a negative seed that could affect your ability or your willingness to resist. Uranus, which rules Aquarius, is the energy of resistance against systems and structures that do not serve the greater good. So you just planted a negative seed that could affect your ability or willingness to resist and or reject structures and systems that do not serve the greater good. Of course, they would want you to do that when Pluto's in Aquarius. They can't stop it, but they say, hey, if we can get you to use your power, you can stop it. This is making sense now of all of it. I've had about 2 or 3 dreams over the last 5 years of certain people's getting upgrades, like that Netflix show that you saw, Supercell, and then the controllers of the reality, and then the controllers of the reality going to those same people that got upgrades and saying, hey, fight against these same energies that gave you these upgrades. Use your powers to protect us. Oh, so you want me to protect your prison system that you currently got me locked up in? How did the dude say on the show The Wire back in the day? She. Exactly. Now, during a season where Pluto, the destroyer and the rebuilder, is in the rebel for humanity sign of Aquarius, the sign that is governed by Uranus. So Uranus is also in this planetary alignment during this portal. This is a powerful portal. Last but not least, Neptune. The trick got you to plant a negative seed that could serve to affect your ability to bring the dreams and visions that you have for yourself and your loved ones into reality. How is that, Matt? Neptune rules over the sign of Pisces, Neptune rules over dreams, visions, and hopes. Things that you hope for, things that you dream about, things that you have visions of coming into your reality, that's governed by the energy of Neptune. Neptune is in this 7th planetary alignment that's happening during a new moon portal. All right? That's the trick. I just showed y'all the whole trick. All right? These dark forces know how universal law works, and they use it to their advantage when possible. They keep people on staff that tell them what are these portals that are opening? How can we take advantage of it? This is what I want to do. What should I be doing during this portal? They keep people highly paid on payroll. Why? I've been telling y'all for the longest. All of y'all has been coming at me for the last 3, 4, 5 years. I've been telling y'all that every ruler since the dawn of time has kept seers, prophets, and oracles on staff. Why? Because they want to hold on to power. And they know that these people have natural spiritual abilities that can help them tap into energies that can help them see the future. That's why they call seers. Oh, but that's evil. Okay, was David not a man after God's own heart? Was he not a man after God's own heart? The Most High loved David, one of his favorites of all time. David, King David, who was anointed and appointed to rule over the 12 tribes, had a seer. He too had a seer. And at one time, you can find this in the book of 2 Samuel, at one time, the Most High was so pissed off with David, he wouldn't talk to him. But he talked to his seer, though. Y'all read it. It's in the scripture. It's in there. It's in there. But if you want to be controlled and you like being controlled, I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm not in that number. The hell if somebody going to come over here and control me? Not with what I know. Y'all using the same stuff y'all telling me not to look at? Please, please. These dark forces know how universal law works, and they use it to their advantage when possible. They know that when you give into the universe freely and not grudgingly, that's in scripture too, what you give comes back to you from the universe multiplied. What do you think the scripture means when it says God hath no respect of persons? Oh, y'all thought that was only about punishment? Well, how about dropping the word God and plugging in the word universal I am presence? They both are titles, technically speaking. You think the universe has respect of persons? If you play the right way, you're going to reap the rewards. It doesn't care. It doesn't care. If you're in alignment with high vibrational, if you're in alignment with these energies, period, and you know how they work, this is why some people continue to get rich. Go watch some of those quasi Joe here videos. Let me type it in the chat so y'all know. Go watch some of these. Go watch some of those videos. Go watch some of the Zero Raw videos. They telling you how this stuff works. They telling you how it works. It's a universal factory. You got people are giving you the keys for how to make it work. The Messiah came. He said, I've come but for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. True statement. Why? Because they were the very ones who were most appointed and anointed to use these gifts, but they turned away from them and started following other people. Oh, no, you can't do that. Here, do what we do. Knowing that their direction was anti what their power asked them to do. They knew that they could trick them into getting into trouble with their power so that they could subdue them. Why? Because they were gifted with such powers. With great power comes great responsibility, right? This is why they could go into battle heavily outnumbered and still rout their enemies. This is why. Hey, man, listen, we can't fight against that. But well, let's find out what's going to piss their God off and get them to do that. Why do you think they continue keeping y'all in these abominable actions? Y'all put that where it goes. I ain't gonna expound on that. Why do you think they keep y'all in these abominable actions? It's rinse, repeat. They know who you are. You don't know who you are. I'm talking to you tonight. Okay? You got to know who you are. And you got to know that this ain't got nothing to do with religion. Okay? Y'all get that out of your head. Religion is going away. It's going away. I keep telling y'all that. It's a product. It's a control mechanism. Humanity is scheduled to be free again. All humanity. Not just no people get caught up in their head or the children of Israel. It ain't just about no children of Israel. That name's going away too. Go read Isaiah 63. There's a new name coming. I broke that down today. Jacob means one who supplants. His name had to get changed. He was only given that name because he needed to operate that energy and practice it his whole life for the main event, which was him taking back what was already written in the heavens for him to have. That Esau figured, okay, well, if I tussle with him and I come out of the womb first, then I'll get what's actually written in the ether for him to have. So you know what the Most High did? Most High said, all right, I'm gonna let him come out first. He think he outsmarted me. I'm gonna let him come out first. Hey, Rebecca, name that boy Jacob. Oh, but Jacob means trickster. It means one who supplants. Name the boy Jacob and watch me. Name the boy Jacob and trust me. Name the boy Jacob and trust me. You operate in the energy that is your name. You operate in the energy that is your name. Go look your name up. Go look your name up. You operate in the energy that is your name. Name the boy Jacob and come back and talk to me later. He grows up tricking people. He thinking he's getting away with it. All the while he's training for the main event, which is him tricking his brother so he can get back what was already his, which was stolen because he wanted to, because according to the traditions of men, the firstborn gets the birthright. But if the Most High don't care nothing about the traditions of men, he said, this is who I wrote it for in the ether. You can't have it. I just talked about that a live or two ago. Ain't no such thing as destiny swapping. People say, oh, I can swap that. This person trying to swap destinies with me. Somebody can't have what's yours. The worst they can do to you is delay you from getting it, but they can't take it. It's got your name on it in the ether. It's got your name on it in the ether. Name the boy Jacob and wait on me. After the main event and he gets what was already rightfully his anyway, he gets into this wrestling match with an angelic being, after which his name is changed from Jacob to Israel, which roughly translates to one who wrestles with God. What did the children of Israel, what did his offspring do from then to this day? Wrestle with the Most High. I want you to do this. Nah, I don't want to do it. We're going to tussle. All right, if you don't do it, I'm telling you, the blessings and curses are built into the instructions. I'm not going to punish you. You're going to punish yourself by failing to follow this instruction. If you're following the instructions, if the cake says bake at 325 for 1 hour, it's going to come out perfect, but you want to speed it up and try to get it done in 15 minutes and you bake it at 450. If you burn the cake up, I didn't curse you. You cursed yourself because you didn't follow the instructions. If the cake comes out perfectly, I didn't bless you. You got blessed with a perfect cake because you followed the instructions for baking a perfect cake. This is how these things work. Israel, change his name from Jacob to Israel. Why? I don't need you tricking nobody no more. You got what I already intended for you to have anyway. We're going to change your name. But since you wrestled with me, I'm going to change your name to one who wrestles with God. Now what's happening? Y'all been wrestling with the Most High from then on and from then to the present. But Isaiah 63 said, I'm going to give you a new name. That name ain't, nobody knows what that name is. Why? Because if that name was known, the very people who took your name, Israel, they would have took that too. He already saw that coming. So he said, I'm not going to name the name till I show back up in the earth realm. Some people say Anunnaki. I don't care what it is. I don't care to know. That's above my pay grade. I don't care what it looks like. I just know it's coming. I just know it's coming. Okay? New name coming. New name on deck. Let me get back to the lesson. All right? So they did all of these things. The dark forces know how these universal laws work. They use them to their advantage when possible. They know that when you give into the universe freely and not grudgingly, what you give comes back to you from the universe multiplied. They also know that when you take away or withhold, the universe takes away or withholds from you. Multiplied. Watch this. Let me read something for you. Let me read something for you. Let me read something for you. Let's bring up another passage of scripture, y'all. I'm wrapping up here soon. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Hang on a sec. Let's go to the book of Luke. Let's go to the book of Luke. I'm your father, Luke. Is this right? You know what? Let me close that for a second. Okay, I got it. Thank y'all for being here tonight. If you haven't done so already, please tap that like button if you're enjoying this video. Luke 6:38. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that you meet withal, meaning that same by that same thing, it shall be measured to you again. I'm gonna read that again. Luke 6:38 from the King James Version. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that you meet withal, it shall be measured to you again. That's a universal principle he was teaching them. That was not a religious principle. How do we know that? He was not a religious man. The religious establishment hated him. So he was giving them the secret. He wrote the secret before the secret ever came out. He wrote the secret generations before Oprah was born and started telling you, corralling all these people together that put together this movie called The Secret. He said, basically, give, and it's going to come back to you multiplied. Why? He was teaching them a universal principle. He was teaching them a universal principle. That's Luke 6 and 38. Now watch this, y'all. Watch this. I'm about to blow your mind. Luke 6 and 38. Let's reduce that numerologically. Luke 6 and 38. Let's reduce that numerologically. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is what? The number of infinity, which means it always happens. It's always going to happen. So therefore, Luke 6 and 38 is always going to happen. You think it's a coincidence that this Bible was written with that particular instruction assigned to a chapter and verse that numerologically reduces to 8, which is the number of infinity? That's telling you that's a universal law. That's telling you that's a universal law. Okay? That right there is telling you that's a universal law. I'm going to show you another one before we get out of here. I should skip ahead right now, but I'm not. Let me keep going. So, Luke 6 and 38. That's universal. That's always going to happen. He was giving them a universal principle. When you give, it comes back to you in abundance. He says, shaking it, pressed down. When you pack something in, y'all that ever been to a Chinese restaurant where you get you get that little tiny little white box with that fried rice or whatever you like in it. That box looks like it's about that little. You're like, man, ain't no way that's that much rice in there. When you take that rice and put it into a dish at home and rig it up, man, you got enough for leftovers. You're like, man, I can't eat all that. That's the universe. That's the universe. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at another example of it. The people that have been to the other side and back, aka near-death experiences, they'll tell you that their soul is way bigger. They say when they got released from their body, it felt like they took a suit off that was too tight. I'm gonna use a woman's dress size, for example, like a size 18 being pressed into a size 2. Literally. When that soul is released from the body. They're like, how did I squeeze into that? That's your evidence of that principle for Luke 6 and 38. When you give, it comes back to you in abundance. So guess what? If you withhold, it's withheld from you in abundance. More is withheld from you than you withheld. That's the trick. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, how the Darkside failed, because, Matt, in your title, you said numerology reveals the hidden reason behind the 228 DEI boycott, but then you put in parentheses, they tried it again and failed. I got y'all hyped up. I know I did, but now I'm going to show you how the Darkside failed. See, Darkside, I got y'all. First of all, I got y'all messed up because y'all like, how did he know that? I didn't. That was a divine download. I didn't know that prior to the time of day that I got that download. I didn't know. But you got 7 planets aligning. That's Mayat energy. Mayat energy is universal. Man, let me pull that up real quick for those of y'all that don't know what Mayat energy is, because I know sometimes I get new people and they don't know these things. Let me pull this up real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Let me pull this up real quick. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate you guys. I hope you're getting something from this video. I hope you're getting something from it. Okay. 7 principles of Mayat. Let me make sure y'all can see that on the screen. Let me make sure I'm sharing it. Okay, I am. Let me make it bigger. All right. Here are the 7 principles of Mayat. I'm going to run through them really quick. Truth. That's what's happening right now. Justice. That's what's happening right now. Y'all think rolling back DEI rolling back the DEI that they're trying to take away is justice? No, justice is me telling you why they got you to do a boycott on 228. Justice. 7 planets in alignment tonight. That activated these Mayat principles. They didn't know that. They didn't think that was going to happen, did they? They didn't know. The Most High hide a lot of stuff from you. He'll hide your keys right there in front of your face if he don't want you to leave the house for trying to protect you. He'll hide your keys right in front of your face. You're an hour late. You call, hey, man, look, man, I can't come. I can't even find my freaking keys. Yeah, man, if y'all doing the Zoom or something, I try to get it. Man, I can't be there. I'm sorry. I don't even know where my keys at, man. Maybe my wife left and took them, put them in my pocketbook, but I don't know, man. I ain't got my keys, man. I don't know where they at. All right, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace. Boom. You cancel. You walk in the kitchen, get a glass of water. The keys right there. You move a baseball hat out of the way. You move an envelope. The keys is right there. right there in front of your face. You couldn't even see them. Or the keys was right there by a flower pot, right in front of your face. You couldn't see them. They were hidden because you weren't supposed to go. All right. The Most High will hide something right in front of your face. This, y'all didn't know that the 7 principles of Ma'at was going to get activated in this realm with this 7 planetary alignment, did you? I didn't know either. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't know either, Darkside. If it makes you feel any better. Number 3, harmony. You getting this information tonight to restore harmony. Number 4, balance. You getting this information to balance out what the dark side trying to do, what they thought they were doing with this stupid ass boycott, one-day boycott that ain't putting a dent on a tank, okay, with a rock. Number 5, order, restoring order. Order is coming to this planet whether they like it or not. They trying to put their order in. That's the thing. Through chaos comes order. That's what they always say, right? It ain't gonna be your order, buddy. Oh, it's a new world order coming, but y'all gonna be sitting down when they get here. Y'all gonna be sitting down when you get here. You're gonna be sitting in time out, actually. The one you see is gonna be a lot different. That harshness that you were trying to put the world under, you're gonna sit under that same harshness. That's Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein. That harshness that you try to put in this realm, you're gonna sit in that same harshness. You're gonna sit in it. Number 6, reciprocity. Equal give and take. Equal give and take. And number 7, propriety. Means to be and do what is right. It's right for me to tell y'all what, it's right for me to be obedient and share with y'all what was poured into me. That would not have been done had my boy not picked up the phone and called me today. I wouldn't even be doing this video. My boy, who I seldom talk to on the telephone, called me today, and we were talking about this. If he had not called me, I would not be doing this video. I'm telling y'all, everything is connected, man. I'm telling y'all, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up, all right? Now, let me read some comments before I continue, y'all. Let me read some comments. I'm trying to speed through it so I can get in under a certain time, but I got to give y'all some love back, man. Y'all up in here. I got to give y'all some love back. Let me scroll down. Y'all been blowing the comments up. Let me scroll down. All right. Let me see what we got here. We got all right. Let me see what we got. What we got here? Okay. I saw all of that. What we got here? Okay, I'm caught up with that. People in my job participating saw that. Black Friday. Yup. Monday is Moon Day. Lunes. Exactly. Fair, you said I literally told my partner whatever he does, don't eat the kiwi fruit chantilly cake. That's how good it was. I didn't want to share the good cake with him in his fridge, so I get it. Exactly. That's funny. We have a Pisces full moon, 7 planetary sleepover tonight. Me and 2 11-year-olds. You must mean new moon because the full moon in Pisces isn't until 6 months from now. Let's see. Today is feast day. I spent my solar planetary day in Stone Mountain, Georgia, on Stone Mountain Park, grounding myself. March is our new year anyway, not January. This weekend is new moon energy. Got you. Exactly. Yup. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to pause here, y'all. I got to do the right thing. I'm going to pause here. Don't get too caught up in that March being the new year because that's when spring starts. Because guess what? In the southern hemisphere, the new year, if you're going by spring, starts in the fall. So what the spring equinox, which happens in March in the northern hemisphere, is the first day of and now technically speaking, if you want to talk cosmos, y'all, let me just say this really quick. There's several different new years out there. There are, and none of them are wrong. Okay, most of them aren't. Let me just say that. You got, if you're looking at Aries being the head of the zodiac, then yes, the new year technically starts in March. If you're looking at it through a cosmos standpoint, a cosmos-centric standpoint. If you're going by when new life emerges from the soil, then in the northern hemisphere, it's in March. In the southern hemisphere, it's in September. Okay, that's how that works. Now, the other thing is, if you want to talk about when the sun, quote unquote, dies at the Southern Cross and then resumes its ascent back up into the sky, then that new year actually starts, believe it or not, December 25th, because that's when the sun moves from 0 degrees up to 1 degree. That's when it moves up to 1 degree and starts to climb back up 2 degrees, 3 degrees. So it all depends on how you look at it. I think sometimes we get caught up in, it really doesn't matter. Like I said in my video, y'all, pay attention. What does matter is the axis. You got 2 equinoxes and 2 solstices. Those don't change. So pay attention to the equinoxes. I dropped this in a number of videos, y'all. Tomorrow morning, those of y'all to get up, whatever, observe. For those of y'all to get up before dawn, I want you to look at what time is on the clock when you start to see the light appear. Look at what time it is on the clock. Write that down. And then when it starts to get dark, when you see the light start to disappear, look at what time it is on the clock. What you're going to find out is, I looked at it tonight. There is about a 20-something minute differential. When it hits the spring equinox, it's going to be exactly 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. That's why they call them equinoxes. The same thing's going to happen again in the fall. You got a fall equinox and a spring equinox. So pay attention to the equinoxes and pay attention to the solstices. Don't get so caught up in the calendar. That calendar will throw you off. Pay attention to what's in nature, the equinoxes and the solstices. That's all that really matters in the most. And anything else that you want to matter will matter for you. That's how that works. Okay. She said, I've been listening to Mellow Will, RZA Vibes, and Take Up Space, Tony Jones. Okay, I gotta come back and look at those. What's up, Nate? That's my brother right there. Right on. Yup. What's up, Licious Booty? Yeah, I got a smile on my face every time I see that name. I don't know why, y'all. I just love that name. Licious Booty. That's dope. Okay. Everything in the Matrix presents itself reverse of what it should be. Absolutely. Thank you for putting that jewel next to there, Bella. New moon or any waxing moon is good for manifestation. Boom. She said it. She said it. She said it. She said it. The new moon is just the highest available energy for manifestation, but she's exactly right. She's exactly right. It's not a single boycott. They have a schedule, LOL, probably on planetary dates. You know what? You're going to make me look at that now, Hotshot, actually. I'm going to look at that now. I'm actually going to look at that. Okay? Distraction, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Wait, so they stealing from our blessings? Who's planning these days? Come on. You know that's what they do? That's what they do. That's what they do. Hopefully they were not at those places. Hopefully they used this time to focus on themselves. I know I did. I visited a lot of Black-owned restaurants and crystal stores in Stone Mountain, Georgia, which you should be doing. You know what? Let me back up. I don't like telling anybody what they should do. It's something that if you're going to be righteous about it, you shouldn't have to wait for somebody. And I'm not saying that you are, Hotshot. I'm just speaking in general. You shouldn't have to wait for somebody to say, hey, during this boycott, go to this Black-owned business. If you wanted to come back to you, got to put it out. Circulate them dollars in your own neighborhood like they do in other communities. There's nothing wrong with that. Other communities do it. Nobody checks them. As soon as we talk about circulating money in our own neighborhood, we get demonized for it, right? Or we get shown that history of Tulsa 1921. All right, story for another day. And focusing on DEI when it's not mainly our people being affected, this sounds like a backdoor deal. Boom. She right there. She right there. She right there. She right there. Exactly. Okay. But a covenant was broken because the covenant was to mind your business. This is these lying leaders. Boom. Boom. Torah girl. Boom. I love it. I love it. Stolen legacy. Yup. That diamond on the crown belongs. Yup. Belongs to the ancestors. This is supposed to be Shabbat rest day for people. Darn. Know thyself. Hidden divinity within yourself. Yup. That's right, Nate. That's exactly what I did. Give a man a gift. Their boycott schedule could backfire on them. We will use it to ground ourselves. I don't do Walmart, Amazon, Target like that anyway. Thank you. Look at the people they sent to do the dirty work. Absolutely. Always. Same as with Black Lives Matter. They hurried up and scrubbed that original manifesto off the internet. But if you go to the Internet Archive, you can read that about page for Black Lives Matter's website and see what they originally said their manifesto was. No, we don't want no nuclear family, no two-parent home. Yeah, go back and go to the Internet Archive and pull up the blacklivesmatter.org or whatever their website is. Pull it up go to the Wayback Machine or the Internet Archive and look at the original. Go to a timestamp from like 2020 and read it. You can click one of those timestamps. Maybe I'll bring that up before I leave here and show y'all how to do that. For those of you who've never done it. I'm definitely tired of seeing that happen. The law of corrections. Yep. The sky is so beautiful. The sky is so beautiful tonight. It really was. It really was. People like sheep without a shepherd. Yep. I know you're right. Fair use. The sun was beautiful today, too. Was a good, positive day for me. Me, too. We withheld from these demonic entities. We don't care about Target, Walmart, or Amazon. Whatever they try to do will backfire. I'm going to come to that. I'm glad you said that, Hotshot. I'm going to come to that. I'm going to come to that. I'm going to come to the backfire in just a minute. But y'all still need to see what the trick is, okay? What they try to do is ultimately going to backfire. I'm going to show you how that works. But at the same time, y'all, please stop giving your energy and stop pouring your energy into something that's not giving back to you. What you pouring the energy into, you ain't getting nothing out of. I promise you that. If you could get energy back out of it, they wouldn't have told you to boycott. Tell me I'm wrong. If you could get energy back out of it, they wouldn't have told you to boycott. That's Hosea 4 and 6 right there, Torah girl. Absolutely. Absolutely. Quasi Joe here, okay? Getting caught up now. Yep. Yep. That's right. That's right. Always comes back. Always comes back. Yep. Doors are closing, Tora girl. Don't need to keep giving our money to Walmart, Target, and Amazon. Spend it with black-owned business. Listen, in a minute, ain't none of that going to matter. I'm going to show you by the end of this video. In a minute, ain't none of that going to matter. And if we read Torah, our source always gives the position to the younger. Moses, Jacob, Joseph's sons. Exactly. Thank you, y'all, Royal Family Roots. Thank you. Number 6, my favorite. Aha, yeah, Nate. Yeah. Oh, my pleasure, Bernadette. My pleasure. All right, thank you. Thank y'all. So I'm caught up. Let me get back on these notes now so we can get through this. So now, let me show you how the dark side failed, because I told you they tried it again and failed in the title. Let me explain that part now. I showed y'all the trick. I exposed the trick. Remember, when you want to run a magician out of business, all you got to do is expose the trick, and then nobody's falling for it anymore. Okay? I just exposed the trick. Now, let me show you how the dark side failed with what they tried to do. Let's read it. Let's read this universal law. I'm gonna give y'all 2 passages of scripture that's gonna underscore how they failed today. All right. Let me give you 2 passages of scripture. Powerful universal law in this book. They told y'all this was a religious book. They lied to you about that. They knew they was gonna lose half of us with that. The other half was gonna allow themselves to be controlled. It's not a religious book. It's not. Proverbs 26:7. Proverbs 26 and 27. Y'all, this light is so bright. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth the stone, it will return upon him. They dug a pit today, y'all, but the pit they dug is the one they're going to fall in. They rolled the stone today, y'all, but the stone they rolled is rolling back on them. Okay? Next passage. Show y'all some more of that 12 energy here. Next passage. Oh, by the way, y'all, let me not miss this. I told y'all, these universal laws, it's funny how this thing always comes back to infinity energy. Proverbs 26 and 27. Let's reduce that numerologically. 2 plus 6 is what? 8. 2 plus 7 is what? 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is the number of infinity. Proverbs 26 and 27 is infinitely going to happen. It is interwoven into the fabric of the universe. It is universal law. Just wanted to say that. All right. And since we're talking about 12, that 12 energy that we using here with that's not what I'm looking for. So talking about that 12 energy, let's look at some more 12 energy here. All right. Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets. What is a Christ? We know that Christ, quote unquote, if you want to go by Jesus' last name wasn't Christ. His mom and daddy, Mary and Joseph, their names weren't Mary and Joseph Christ. All right? Wake up. Open your eyes and wake up. Boom. There's some cold water dumped on you. Wake up, okay? His last name wasn't Christ. Now, put that in perspective when you read the scripture. For there shall arise false Christs. Christ means enlightened one. False enlightened ones. For there shall arise false enlightened ones and false prophets. A prophet is a mouthpiece. And shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Elect means what? Chosen. He said if it were possible, but you can't fool the chosen ones. Why? There's 12 energy right there in that scripture. 24 reduces to 6. This is Matthew 24 and 24. 24 reduces to 6. The other 24 reduces to 6. 6 plus 6 is what? 12. That's that bridge between heaven and earth. So you can't fool the elect because guess what? They get their information directly from source. Be it that 12th house. Y'all stop playing with me. Okay? What's next? Now, let's look at who the 2 figureheads are that led the DEI boycott. Y'all tell me how much y'all trust. Y'all put it in the chat. Tell me how much you trust Jamal Bryant. Scale of 1 to 10. Tell me how much you trust Jamal Bryant. Scale of 1 to 10. Tell me how much you trust Al Sharpton. Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. All right? Now, that's all. That's all I'm saying on that. Put it in the chat. Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you trust Jamal Bryant? How much do you trust Al Sharpton? Torgo says 0. Exactly. Now, also, in numerology, 24 plus 24 resolves to 12. I did that already. Okay? Now, whenever the forces of darkness think they got to move, the Most High has a counter move. Okay? He says, check. Check, motherfuckers. Check. And y'all that play chess know when you start hearing check, it's just a matter of time before you hear checkmate, which means the game is over. So this move that they thought they were doing today, check. Check. Y'all, this is a 9 year. It's the end of the game. But did I just give y'all a sneak preview of the end of this video? Let me keep moving. So Matt, how did they fail? How did they fail? I'm gonna give it to you right now. This is how they failed. That triple 12 portal that they made their play into, that triple 12 portal resolves to 9, which in numerology represents the end of a cycle and the beginning of the next. How does that work, Matt? Triple 12 portal. 12, reduce it. 1 plus 2 is 3. They did a triple 12 portal today. 3, 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay? So now what they tried to do with those 12 portals got trumped by 9 energy. Let me keep going. So for all they're calling a boycott and putting two of y'all, y'all know what I mean, 2 of y'all at the head of this boycott, what they failed to realize is that a boycott in a 9 portal powered by the energy of a 9 year enacted primarily by 9 ether beings. Y'all know what 9 ether beings are. If you don't, look it up. I ain't got time to explain it. Let me back up and read it again. So for all of their calling a boycott and putting two of y'all at the head of it, what they failed to realize is that a boycott in a 9 portal powered by the energy of a 9 year enacted primarily by 9 ether beings signals the end of the same group of people investing into a system that has held them captive. So boom, the trick is on you. It ultimately backfired. Let me explain that again. Let me explain that one more time. What they did is that they enacted a boycott in a 9 portal, okay, powered by the energy of a 9 year. Remember that 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. We're dealing with the numerology now. I showed y'all the astrology, but remember, numerology is the underpinning of astrology. So astrology sits on top of numerology. Numerology is the base. That's the foundation. Astrology sits on top of that. Astrology uses those same numeric energies. Okay? So for all they're calling a boycott and putting two so-called black folk at the head of it, hand selected, by the way, what they failed to realize is that a boycott in a 9 portal powered by the energy of a 9 year enacted primarily by 9 ether beings signals the end of the same group of people investing into a system that held them captive. So them calling a boycott, in other words, y'all, in plain English, them calling a boycott during a 9 year signal the end of a cycle of these same people that are carrying out the boycott, paying into a system that's held them captive. Proverbs 26 and 27. So they dug a pit trying to use astrology, but what these fools forgot is that astrology sits on top of numerology. That's what these fools forgot. In all their attempts to prevent a collapse of the very mental prison that they had the Most High's chosen people trapped in, and on the converse, using their own power to refurbish that mental prison, that's what they tried to do. They actually sped up the fall of the system. They actually sped up the fall of that same system that they tried to use us to refurbish. The Most High is in the heavenly realms right now laughing at y'all dumbass fake elites. He laughing at y'all. Y'all thought y'all had a trap and it blew up in you. It blew up on your face. You cut the wrong wire. Yeah, the Most High got a time bomb going on this matrix. Y'all seen the movies? When they send the bomb squad in to defuse something with a time, hey, we got to defuse this timer, and they always somehow in the movies cut the right wire right before one. But what do they tell you? When they got somebody, they on the phone with them, hey, I don't know, I've never seen the schematics before. Okay, be careful. Pull this wire right here, cut this wire right here. You cut the wrong wire, it's going to blow up immediately. These fools cut the wrong wire. Y'all thought y'all were defusing the fall of the matrix, and you sped it up, you dummies. You sped it up. I told y'all, the only power that the devil has is the power to deceive. But Matthew 24 and 24. Matthew 24 and 24, I just read it. If it were possible, he would fool even the very chosen ones. But it says if, meaning it's not possible. Why? Because the chosen ones are called up and given the information in due season. I told y'all I didn't know this till a few hours ago. A handful, and it wouldn't have happened if my boy didn't call me, tell me about a boycott that I already wasn't participating in. because I already decided to take the day off and rest today anyway. I already wasn't going nowhere. A handful of chosen ones is more powerful than an army of the wicked. I'm going to say that again. A handful of, this is why Matthew 24 and 24 is powerful, because a handful of chosen ones is more powerful than a whole army of wicked. Why? Because high vibrational light energy destroys darkness. Now, I just told you, numerology is the system that astrology sits on top of, not the other way around. Remember, the universe runs on numbers. It runs on numbers. So the very trap that they thought they were setting by tapping into the energy of the astrological alignments and transits had to yield to the 9 energy that it sits on top of. 9 is the end of a cycle. So y'all dummies thought y'all was setting a trap for us by getting us to participate in a useless, baseless boycott during a new moon. And what you didn't realize is that the 9 energy trumped that. It trumped that. So what you did was you activated us no longer paying into a system to keep us in the trap. How about that? Y'all didn't think about that, did you? You didn't think about this. Y'all did not think about that. That's why he makes the wicked stupid. He doesn't give wisdom to the wicked. Because if he did, they would destroy the world. Now, remember I told y'all Proverbs 26 and 27, that's a universal law. I told y'all that's always going to happen. Why? It reduces to 8, which is the number of infinity. Now, let me explain to you why the DEI, it says why the DEI as a reason for the boycott was a trap. Now, let me tell you why DEI as a reason for the boycott was a trap. I'm going to tell you why. Reading from my notes. To beg and plead for the salvation of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives is like protesting for the ability to work as a managing inmate in a prison that you were never supposed to be in the first place. Let me read that again. To beg and plead for the salvation of DEI initiatives is like protesting for the ability to work as a managing inmate in a prison that you should never have been in the first place. Why beg and plead for inclusion in a system that you have next to no ability to have ownership in? And in the few cases where you are granted so-called ownership, it is typically a minority stake that is so minuscule that you'd probably do better financially if you were a member of senior management and working for the same owners. If you knew the prophecy concerning yourself, which you cannot possibly know if you are unable to see yourself and your ancestors in the book that was based on ancient text written by them, you would know that this system falls. What does the scripture say? The scripture says in the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. No, I'm sorry, Jeremiah chapter 30 says, your governors will proceed from the midst of yourselves. Let me read that. Let me read that reference for y'all. All right? Let me read that reference for y'all. If you knew the prophecy concerning yourself, which you can't possibly know if you are unable to see yourself in that book, you would know that when this system falls, it says your governors will proceed from the midst of you. I'm gonna bring that up. Y'all, we learning tonight. I told you, when you come on Maddie's Rap, you're going to leave with knowledge. You're going to leave with knowledge when you come on here. I told you that. All right? Let's go to this Jeremiah 30 reference really quick. I'm going to put y'all on some game tonight. All right? Let me share this to the screen. Thank y'all for being here tonight. If you haven't done so already and you're enjoying this video, please tap that like button for me. Now, Jeremiah 30, beginning at verse 4. And these are the words that the Lord spake. I'm just going to read it as written. I ain't got time to change it to the Most High and all this stuff I normally do. I want to get on through this. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask you now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Meaning, why is he acting like can a man go into labor? Wherefore or why do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You got to know who Jacob is. You got to know who Jacob is and who Jacob ain't. Who telling you they Jacob right now, who occupying some land in the name of them being Jacob, them some of the ones that verse 6 is covering. Their face is going to be turned to paleness. Oh, y'all going to find out. A lot of y'all already know. Y'all going to find out because you had every opportunity to get up off of something that wasn't yours and you never did. Now it's going to be snatched from you. Snatched from you. I'm going to read that again. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds. And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Who? Jacob. But they shall serve the Lord their God and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Some people look at that translation and think that that was talking about ancient David. When you understand David being a Hebrew word that is transliterates to dawad, when you break dawad down, it means doorway, tent peg holds down a tent, and then another doorway. What is that? Dawad is literally the title of one who ties together or joins together two houses. Israel was split following the death of ancient King Solomon. It's been split into two different kingdoms. Even in being scattered, it's still considered two different houses. Guess what? This is telling you right now that there's going to be one that rejoins those houses together. That's verse 9. Verse 10. Therefore, fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Are they still throwing off air raid sirens every time a missile go up in the air over there? Are they still afraid over there? Well, that must not be Jacob then. Let's go. Verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. You. He ain't talking to nobody else. Though I will make a full end of all nations where I've scattered you. I just told you, why you crying for DEI when it's about to come down? DEI when it's about to come down. Why are you crying for DEI when it's about to come down? I'm going to read that again. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I will make a full end, no more, of all nations where I've scattered you. Yet will I not make a full end of you, but I will correct you in measure and will not leave you altogether unpunished, Jamal. He said right here, I'm not going to leave you altogether unpunished, Al. He talking about y'all. That means he going to save y'all tired asses too. But he got something for y'all. He got to correct you. That's verse 11. Read it and understand it. Verse 12. But thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. Dialysis, all this stuff, diabetes, all this stuff, the food. Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. Everybody used to rock with y'all hundreds of years, centuries ago. They ain't nowhere to be found. Ain't been nowhere in centuries. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of your iniquity, because your sins or your errors were increased. You just kept it up. Every time I gave it a chance, you it up again. Verse 15. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee, because you kept it up. I had to let this happen to you for you to learn your lesson. Verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. He said, when I'm done whooping you, all those that devoured you shall be devoured. Maybe he turned you over to them because he been wanting to get them, but now he got an excuse. And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. This is why they trying to trick y'all and get y'all to use your power against yourselves. But that nine energy, it's the end of a cycle. That's over with. That very boycott they got y'all to participate in to jam yourselves up, ended up jamming them up. Proverbs 26 and 27. Go look at it. All right. And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee will I give thee for a prey. For I will restore health unto you, and will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Because they call thee an outcast, them old ninjas. I'm trying to be clean. Them ninjas, them worthless ninjas, them lazy ninjas. Call y'all lazy when y'all the hardest working people on the planet. Built the whole mother planet, but y'all lazy, them outcasts, because they called thee an outcast, saying, "This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after." Nah, we're gonna put our people over there and take that name, and then sell y'all tourist packages to come over and see your own land. Go sit down. Verse 18. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents. I'm gonna call you out of captivity and have mercy on his dwelling places all over the globe. I'm have mercy on his dwelling places all around the globe. Not globe, the world. Let me say that, because I ain't in that other camp. When you know, you know. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. Meaning it's going to bloom again. It ain't going to be all of these dusty buildings with old barbed wire on it and graffiti all over them. It's going to look like it did when Rome couldn't let it go. It's going to look like it did when the Romans cried because they were left no choice but to destroy it. It's going to look like that again. That's what that's saying. Verse 19, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them. You ain't going to see no more mobile abortion clinics. Mobile abortion clinics at political rallies. You ain't gonna see that no more. He said, I will multiply them. They ain't gonna give you no more birth control, not telling you that it's destroying a woman's reproductive system, giving you fibroids and all this stuff. I ain't talking what I heard. I'm talking what I know. Okay? I'm talking what I know, up close and personal. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and the voice that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them. When he say glorify them, I'm gonna put y'all on display. Look at them. That's what glorify means. And they shall not be small. I'm going to make them big. I'm going to hit them with that Jupiter energy and expand them. Their children also shall be as aforetime. How their kids were before, where they could run and play and ain't nobody bothering them, they're going to be as aforetime. And their congregation shall be established before me. He coming here to set up camp, y'all. That's in 2nd Esdras chapter 6 too. I read that all the time. He coming here to set up. You know, some of the people in the esoteric community, they say about every 25, 30-some thousand years, the builders of the realm come back here and set up and stay here for a while before they leave. We do. He said, and their congregation, meaning the collection of them, shall be established before me. He said, at that time, I'm going to punish all that oppress them. Somebody got a whooping coming. Verse 21, this is the kicker. This is what I was talking about right here. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from their midst. Why did I read that? I said to beg and plead for salvation of DEI initiatives is like protesting for the ability to work as a managing inmate in a prison that you were never supposed to be in the first place. Why beg for inclusion in a system that you have next to no ability to have ownership in? And in the few cases where you're granted so-called ownership, it is typically a minority stake that is so minuscule, you'd probably do better financially were you a member of senior management working for said owners. If you knew the prophecy coming concerning yourself, okay, you would know that when the system falls, your governors will proceed from the midst of yourselves. That's right there. That's why I just read verse 21. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them. So y'all crying to keep being included in a system that you ain't the governor of. Stop it. It's long overdue. Stop. My mother used to tell us, man, let me stop sharing this for a minute. My mother used to get mad at us. She said, I had 6 of y'all. Or she was talking to the boys. She wasn't really talking to my sister. My sister's the baby. She said, I got 5 of y'all. And y'all be up in here complaining about, man, we ain't got nobody to play with. We going down the street, they won't let us play ball with them, or I won't, or this person next door, or it wouldn't be all of us. It typically be like one of my brothers, usually one of the younger ones, because Matt didn't care. You know, I was usually the game master. I made up the games people wanted to play. But you know, some of my younger brothers, when 1 or 2 of them, man, they don't want me to play with them, or don't nobody want to play. My mother would be like, stop it. You got 4 brothers, go play with your brothers. Y'all got all kind of board games in there. We got y'all. Go play some with your brothers, or go outside and play. You ain't got to. So what? They don't want to play with you down the street. Man, they don't want to play with us. Play with yourselves. Play by yourselves. Y'all crying to play in somebody's system. You won't let me be in your system. That system ain't designed for you anyway. Stop it already. I'm tired of hearing it. It's time for us to grow up, man. Asking for inclusion in a system that somebody come and take over your country, and they do the same ish all around the world. Go bomb somebody's country, give it to their leadership, bring in foreigners to run the country, and then make the locals who used to run the show apply for the jobs. And then when they do hire them, they make everything so restrictive, they can't get up to management. It's rinse, repeat all around the globe. It's Roman culture, Greco-Roman culture, rinse, repeat everywhere. It's falling. Stop crying. Stop crying because somebody who ain't you won't let you play with them. It's the dumbest thing ever. Get over it. That's why I don't care about the... Anyway, let me keep going. All right. I got another reference. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. This is what's on deck. This is what's on deck. This is what's on deck, y'all. This is what's on deck. This is why you don't need to be crying over no damn DEI, okay? This is why you don't need to be crying over it. Let me bring it up right here. This ran a little longer than I wanted it to, y'all, but I'll be done in a minute. Hope y'all getting something out of this. 2nd Ezra. This is the Apocrypha. If you don't have the Apocrypha, you never even heard of this book. 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Who's Esau? Who's Jacob? You got to know. Because one is going out and one is about to come up. Okay? If you don't know who Esau is and who Jacob is, if you don't know the difference, just figure out where you are in the world's timeline today and understand that whoever's in charge today is going out and whoever ain't in charge is coming up. So maybe y'all need to be printing some t-shirts that say, we got next. We got next, and next is now. Put on the front of the t-shirt, there's free game for somebody. Put on the front of the t-shirt, we got next, and put on the back of the t-shirt, and next is now. Y'all sell them. Y'all sell them. I gave y'all the idea. Make sure you send your boy Maddie one. Send me a free one since I gave you the idea. All right? Send me a free one since I gave you the idea. Somebody go make some dough off that. That's how to spend money with your people. Because anybody who ain't your people ain't buying that t-shirt. There you go. I just gave it to you. Free game. Now, okay? So instead of y'all boycotting and begging for the return of DEI programs, y'all need to let that wither and instead pray. What is prayer activation? Pray for the hastening of Jeremiah chapter 30 that I just read for you. Instead of you crying and boycotting and begging for the return of DEI, pray for the hastening of Jeremiah 30th. And then you won't need DEI anymore. But if you don't know that you are them, that probably won't make much sense to you. I get it. Now, let's talk about, I got 2 more little subheadings for y'all, maybe 3. Yeah, I got 3 more subheadings for y'all, and we're going to get out of here. And I'm going to timestamp this. I'm going to go back and watch this video and timestamp it, okay? Because some of y'all like to come back and rewatch the videos for reference. So I'm going to go back and timestamp this. I'm going to give y'all that, okay? Now, I told y'all how the DEI is a trap. I told you why the DEI is a reason for the boycott was a trap. I told you that. All right. Now, let's see. What am I missing here? Okay. Let me talk about the inherent danger of boycotts of this nature. I want to talk about that now because I could even feel the testiness in the chat when we were talking about this already. So let me put y'all on some game because I know you might not know. Let me give you the inherent danger of boycotts of this nature. Okay. First and foremost, I got a video that I put out there years ago titled Infighting, How Mighty Nations Fall. I'm going to show y'all that. I'm not going to play it for time's sake, but I'm going to show it to you. Okay. Let's see. YouTube. Let's go here. Okay. Let's copy this link. Let's put this here. Let's pop this in here. Okay. And let me see if I can share this app. Whoops, I'm not sharing yet. Matt. Hang on, y'all. I fumbled, but I recovered. Here we go. Let's see. Share screen. All right. Let me show y'all this. Okay, we got it on the screen here. Whoops. Here we go. Infighting, How Mighty Nations Fall, right there. It's on my channel, okay? It is on my channel right there. I want y'all to see that, all right? Here's what I need to do. I need to show y'all the thumbnail. Let me let y'all see the thumbnail. Let's do that so you'll see it. Let me share this. Hang on. Y'all, I wasn't even going to go live tonight. I was not even going to go live tonight, but when you get tapped on the shoulder, like I told you I was in the combat unit and I was in the infantry unit. I was medic, but I was assigned to an infantry unit in the Army, and we always had to be ready to go. There's the thumbnail right there. Infighting, How Mighty Nations Fall. So there's your search query right there. Max D. Talford, Infighting. Check that video out. It's only 13 minutes. Okay. So I wanted to plug that for y'all. Now, let me pop that link in the chat for those of y'all that like to click the links or save them. All right. Now, let me stop sharing. Now, the inherent danger of boycotts of this nature. Watch that video. Now, boycotts like these produce internal strife. That's part of the design of them. Look at who they showed you, who was the real brains behind the boycott in that second video I showed y'all earlier. Go back and watch it. Boycotts like these produce internal strife among so-called black folk. Why? For the same reason that political party affiliation does. It's the old divide and conquer method. It's the herd mentality. It's the hammer down the nail that sticks out attitude. Right? In situations like these, you seem to be unable to express a contrary opinion or one that goes against the mainstream or the status quo. I'm gonna say that again. In situations like these with this DEI boycott stuff, same as it was with Black Lives Matter 5 years ago, in situations like these, you seem to be unable to express a contrary opinion or one that goes against the mainstream or status quo. But how is that dangerous? Let's take a look at the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD. I told you need to know who you are. When you know who you are, you'll know your history, and then you might get an idea of how you messed up, how your predecessors, which are you, messed up in the past, okay? Let's take a look at the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD, which was the climax of the wars of the Hebrews against Rome. Notice the book is Wars of the Jews. I intentionally called this the situation, the historical point. Read the book, Wars of the Jews. I got it downloaded. I haven't finished it. But for historical context, I prefer to call it Wars of the Hebrews. The Wars of the Hebrews against Rome. The war began due to infighting. The Romans via their military-backed manipulation, the Romans using their military-backed manipulation inherently offered a solution to a problem that did not exist at the time that the solution was given. Understand what I'm saying there? They offered a solution to a problem that did not exist at the time that the solution was given. And truth be told, when you read the books of the Maccabees, you see that ultimately it was the bruise. It was the bruise. It was Hebrew leadership. It was Judah leadership that asked for the prison that they later found themselves in a couple hundred years later. The Romans, upon request of the elders a couple hundred years before, agreed to not invade the land of Judah in exchange for the leadership of Judah in exchange for them agreeing to subject themselves to taxation in the form of money, land, food, and manpower. Okay? Food meaning crops, livestock, and crops. Remember, Rome was a conquest machine. So the bigger they got, the more food they needed to feed their army. Okay? Let me say that again. The Romans, upon request of the elders a couple hundred years before, agreed to not invade the land of Judah in exchange for the Hebrews, or in exchange for Judah agreeing to subject themselves to taxation in the form of money, land, food, and manpower. Y'all tell me if that sounds familiar. Put that in the chat. Well, by 66 AD, the youth had enough of being bullied by Roman soldiers and politicians while watching some of their elders who agreed to be the country's controllers and handlers, Al Sharpton and Jamal Bryant. Huh? By 66 AD, the youth had enough of being bullied by Roman soldiers and politicians while watching some of their elders who agreed to be the country's controllers and handlers receive these lavish gifts, money, and lifestyles. They got tired of it. They're watching these Roman soldiers bully them and their politicians setting policy for people, loosely setting policy. Because really what they did was they said, look, all we want is what we want. Y'all can govern yourselves, but we're going to appoint your governors, and your governors are going to be subject to us. You're Jesse. I was about to say Jesse J. Y'all, that came out of me. I don't know why that did. Okay, it is what it is. Your Al Sharptons and your Jamal Bryants. Okay, they're gonna be subject to us, and we're gonna get them to control and handle y'all. In exchange, we're gonna give them money. I'm not saying this is Al and Jamal. I'm not saying it is because I don't have any knowledge of it. I'm telling you how the Romans dealt with Judean leadership back in the day, tribe of Judah leadership back in the day. Okay. Right after they had just come out of war against the Greeks. Rome said, all right, man, when you look here, look. Well, by 66 AD, the youth said enough's enough. Enough's enough and too much ain't good for nothing. Okay. As one of my favorite tarot readers says. Okay. Okay. Anyway, while watching some of their elders who agreed to be the country's controllers and handlers be showered with lavish gifts, money, homes, and lifestyles. You control them and we'll set you up. We'll lace you as long as you keep them under control. The youth revolted, which caused their elders and handlers who feared Roman retaliation, which would definitely hurt their bottom line, but could also ultimately result in death and destruction. These same leaders retaliated against their own countrymen to appease the Romans. And a brutal bilateral civil war broke out. A brutal bilateral war broke out. Not only did the Romans retaliate with their military force, so these rebels were fighting against the Romans, but they had to fight against their own brothers who did not want them fighting against the Romans. So it was a bilateral war. It was a war against the Romans, and it was a civil war happening at the same time. Okay? Brother against brother. One side seeking to drive out the Romans and their sympathizers because they wanted them gone too. They like, look, when we get these Romans up out of here, y'all gone too. But then the other side was seeking to quell the uprising and restore both order and Roman favor. The end result was the fulfillment of much of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26 prophecy. Or as they say in history, the rest is history. The so-called black man has not ruled that land since his being driven out some 1,965 years ago. Now, let me explain something else too, because we're talking about the danger of these types of situations. When the ish hit the proverbial fan and the war knocked on the gates of the city of Jerusalem, the war started in 66 AD. By 70 AD, you had 3 Roman legions surrounding the city of Jerusalem. And remember in scripture, the Messiah prophesied, he said, when you shall see the city encompassed by armies, flee to the mountains. Don't look back. Don't take nothing you can't. Don't you carry nothing that might slow your load. Come on, then. Ease on down the road. He told them in advance. He said, when you see this city encompassed by armies, get up out of here. Go. That happened. That happened roughly some 35 years or so after he left. It happened just as he said it. Okay. But what happened during that time? The same stuff, the same infighting you see with these boycotts. The people that did not want to stay in there and fight the Romans because they were like, man, look, we're going to get killed. We heard of what happened to all of these other cities. Rome eventually knocked them over, and now they're here in Jerusalem. We ain't trying to die like everybody else did. You know what happened? Their own people turned the sword on them. They said, you ain't going nowhere. You going to fight with us or you going to die by us? That's what kind of was going on. That's the same thing that happens with when you let people who ain't you come in and create these boycotts. And then when your own brothers and sisters see through the BS and say, I don't want to play, y'all looking at them like, so you trying to hold all us down? Oh, so you don't want to vote Democrat? You ain't voting, you voting Republican? And their governors shall come from their midst. The system's over. Why do you care? Why do you care if somebody votes opposite of what the herd votes? Why do you care if somebody says, I'm not voting because I'm not in this ish no more? That's that same spirit from ancient Jerusalem. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. That's what happened 1,965 years, 1,965 years ago. Is that a 5 or a 6? It's getting late, y'all. Eyes getting tired. 1,955 years ago. All right. So fast forward to today. When it comes to sensitive topics like DEI program preservation, the same energy has reincarnated. When you know, I just said that. And the same inherent danger exists. Brothers and sisters who see through the smoke and see the game for what it is and refuse to participate run the inherent risk of being handled by the very same people who should be saying to them, hey, look, bro, look, sis, I understand if you don't want to participate in the boycott. Yo, just do you. Do you, sis. Do you, bro. I get it. I'm a boycott, but I get it if you don't want to. Respect. That's what it should look like. But instead, we browbeat each other into this herd mentality. That's the danger. Divide and conquer. Look at what happened to your ancestors. Wait, you didn't know that was your ancestors, did you? You didn't know that was your ancestors fighting against the same Roman system that y'all are fighting against today, that you can't see that you're fighting against. Rather than verbally attacking your brother or sister for a difference of opinion, remember or reference the lesson I did on authenticity. The link between authenticity and destiny. That's on my channel under the live tab. The link between authenticity and destiny. Remember what I said in there. If you do not operate in the energy of authenticity, you can never reach your destiny. You can never fulfill your destiny if you're not being authentic. All right. Remember how I stated that the planets move in divine rhythm and stay in their respective orbits, unbothered by what the other planets govern and how they move. If as above, so below is true, then we should be moving in our highest authenticity, just like the planets do. If you want to boycott, boycott. I'm not telling you not to. But if someone else doesn't want to, then don't expect them to. We got to get out of that herd mentality. We got to get out of that. Now, what the so-called black man should have been doing instead of boycotting today, what he should have been doing is planting a seed that says, I have money to spend, and that in abundance. Why? Because a single day boycott doesn't put a real dent into anything. Also, the majority of us are doing little more than holding the money that we intended to spend later for one day, and we'll be out spending it probably a lot of us this weekend. All right. 24 hours. When they tell us to boycott for 24 hours, hey man, we're doing a 24-hour blackout. We ain't spending no money with this business. Yeah, when is it? Friday. All right, bet. Man, hey, don't spend no money. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go to Target, man. Don't spend no money over there. Don't go to that establishment. You want to eat? Go buy some Jamaican food. Go to that soul food restaurant. Saturday. Hey man, y'all want to go to Ruth's Chris and grab a steak? Man, yeah, man, I ain't had no Ruth's Chris steak in a minute, bro. Yeah, man, plus I saved my money. I ain't spent my money yesterday. So that's how a lot of us are. You ain't got to tell the truth. You don't have to. That's how a lot of us are, and you know it. You know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know we're going to be right back out there spending that same money we held for 24 hours this weekend. All right? But the spiritual/energetic damage would have already been done by your participating in it 24 hours earlier. Why? Because you fell into yet another energy harvesting trap. I've been talking about energy harvest all year long. I mean, not all year long, but for the last 2-3 years, I've been talking about energy harvesting. Okay? Because you fell into yet another energy harvesting trap sprung by entities that do not have your spiritual juice, which is why they get us to use it on ourselves. If those same leaders followed the lead of their predecessors and called for a continuous boycott, what am I referencing? The Montgomery bus boycott. That was continuous. If those same leaders followed the lead of their predecessors and called for a continuous boycott until the DEI programs had been returned, which I could care less about because the system's going away, but I'm using this for example. If those same leaders followed the lead of their predecessors and called for a continuous boycott until DEI programs were restored, which I do not recommend again because I refuse to fight for the upfit of the mental prison. All right. As far as I'm concerned, they can burn, baby, burn. I don't care. But I digress. If those same two leaders, Al and Jamal, called for a continuous boycott, it would have been something to take a little bit more seriously and not for Lent, something you really spiritually shouldn't even be practicing anyway. You don't know what you're doing. Go watch my video on Lent. I'll put a link in the description box. Watch my video on Lent. You shouldn't even be doing that. Messiah didn't tell nobody to go and suffer for 40 days after he was gone. Most of y'all couldn't last 10 days doing it the way he did it. And so you're playing yourself talking about you giving up your favorite latte. You ain't going to eat no McDonald's for 40 days. You giving up watching Love and Hip Hop for 40 days. On day 41, you're going to be binge watching to catch up. Who you fooling? Don't even do Lent. Seriously, don't even do it. I want to suffer with Christ. He ain't asked you to do that. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. That's all he asked you to do. He said, love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and keep his instructions, and love your neighbor like yourself. That's all he asked you to do. He didn't ask you to do no Lent. Come on, man. If those same two leaders call for continuous boycott, it would have been something to take more seriously if you are emotionally invested into DEI, which I'm not. How about instead of protesting for the right to work for someone, how about protesting and boycotting to solve the problem of a lack of access to investment capital and commercial real estate? Why? Because with that, you wouldn't need DEI programs. You'd have your own businesses and you could work for yourselves. And their governors shall come from their midst. Jeremiah 30, and their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governors shall proceed from their midst. Jeremiah 30 and 21. You wouldn't need no DEI programs if you could. Instead of you boycotting for diversity, equity, inclusion, and inclusion? How about boycotting until you get equal access to business capital and equal access to commercial real estate? That's something worth boycotting for under the old system, but it's going away anyway. So who cares? Who cares? All right. You wouldn't need DEI if you did that, if you could work for yourselves. Oh, wait, I forgot. They made damn sure to solve that problem with Tulsa 1921, right? Because once upon a time, we didn't need no DEI. You had cities like Tulsa and Rosewood and such, where you didn't need it. You had cities like the one that's buried underneath Lake Norman in just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, I ain't know about that one, did you either? Yeah, they flooded that one to make a recreational lake. All this stuff coming back now. Okay. Oh, and let's not forget about the interstate highway system, which built highways through and around areas that were once thriving so-called black business districts. All right. Shaking my head, y'all. Shaking my head. So, for those of you who called yourselves participating in a useless boycott for the better part of the day, and in doing so, unknowingly potentially fell subject to a reverse abundance ritual, you might wonder, what if I want to reverse the effects of this, Matt? What if I want to reverse the effects of the reverse? What if I want to reverse the effects of the reverse? How can I do that? It's a great question. It's simple. Consider the words that I've shared with you tonight while I pull up the lunar ingress calendar and see what time the new moon in Pisces portal closes. All right. And if you want, go ahead and just reset your intention and buy something. Buy something while you got some hours left in this portal. If you don't want to leave the house because it's late, buy something in online, whatever. I don't care. I'm not telling you where to spend your money at. I'm just saying when your intention, you ain't got to spend any either. I'm just saying, y'all, when your intention is on withholding, you're putting the wrong intention in the universe. So just turn that off. Say, you know what? My eyes open now. I'm calling back my energy. Call back your energy. Call back your energy. Search that. Go to YouTube and type in, I call back my power, or type in, I call back my energy. I wrote a custom one for myself. I don't feel like going downstairs to get it. I put it on the refrigerator so I can see it and look at it every night before I go to bed. I call back my energy, y'all. Especially when I feel like my energy is scattered and gone in too many places. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me call back my power. So you can just simply call back your power. Look it up. Look it up. Okay. That's one way to do that. But let me bring up this lunar ingress calendar for y'all real quick so that y'all can see what's going on here. Thank you. Hang on a second. All right, y'all. I'm gonna share my energy callback with y'all. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Give me a second here. I'm gonna bring up this lunar ingress calendar. Let's have a look. I hope y'all are enjoying this video. I hope y'all are enjoying this video. Okay. February 27th at 3:46 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going by Eastern time. This is Greenwich Mean Time right here. 3:46 Eastern time, the moon entered into Pisces, okay? The moon exits Pisces and enters into Aries at 4:51 a.m., which is about 5 hours from now. 6 hours from, is roughly 6 hours from now, okay? So you got 6 hours to call back your power. You got 6 hours to call back your power. If you want to reverse that by buying something online, do it. I ain't telling you where to spend your money. Don't look at me like I'm no sellout and I could care less about. First of all, I could care. I don't give half of what anybody cares about me or what I do. I don't give half a fuck. I don't. Y'all need to know that about me. Pardon my French. All right. I don't give half of one what anybody thinks about me. But that being said, I'm not telling you to go spend your. I'm not telling you to buy nothing at Target online. I'm not telling you to buy nothing at Walmart online. I'm telling you to reverse your intention and call back your power. Now, let me share with you what my personal custom one that I wrote for myself. Okay. Again, you can look up, I call back my power on YouTube and listen to how some other people do it. I will share with you the one I wrote for myself. All right. This reads, I call back all of my power and energy to me, and I command it to return unto me, refreshed and renewed by the divine. And inasmuch as the light charges all lights and destroys all darkness, I release from me all energetic attachments that are not mine and return them to their source, charged in the high vibrational frequency of love. Ashe. I read that. I read that to call back my power. In fact, by reading that, I just called back my power. I just called it back. So y'all pause the video. I mean, y'all play that back. Y'all play that back. Let me see what this time marker is. I'm gonna say that was about at 2 minutes and 29 seconds. That was about at 2:29. Do I have a pen? I do. Let me write that down so I can time mark that. Let me write that down. I don't want to. Let's do this. I did that at roughly 2:29. Call back. Told y'all I'm gonna give y'all some timestamps. Okay, we're almost done here. We're almost done here. All right. So I do that. I try to do it on a nightly basis. I don't always remember it. Okay. Now, so that's one thing you can do. That is one thing for you. That is one thing you can do. Consider those words. You got till roughly 4 something in the morning to call back your power. Reclaim any energy that you put into something that was designed as a trap. Just call yourself back. The portal is still open. It's rapidly closing, but you got a little bit of time. And if you're watching this video on Saturday morning, the portal's already closed. But you can still call back your power. That's infinite. That's infinite. You can add, I go back into the past and reclaim my power. Y'all didn't know that. See, because we live in a realm of linear time, we're trained to think that everything happens in a linear fashion when you can actually go back in time and call back your power. You can call back your power from another realm. You can forgive people that did something to you in another lifetime. You can forgive that. We're multi-dimensional beings, y'all. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Okay? All right, now, what can you do to protect yourself in the short time remaining in this reality? How can you protect yourself from these types of traps in the future? Number one, okay? Number one, let me make sure I'm not lost, okay? I'm still on point. Number one, what can you do to protect yourself in the future in this short amount of time remaining in this reality? Why'd you say in the short amount of time in this reality? Well, in case you hadn't figured it out, this reality is about to flip. That 3D, 5D split has been happening slowly over the last 4 or 5 years, and now it's happening rapidly. You don't believe me? Ask yourself why the day vanishes so quickly. I looked up today, y'all. It was 5 o'clock. I hadn't even eaten anything. I had not even eaten anything. I had a cup of coffee this morning, and I cheated. I got me a little slice of carrot cake. I did. All right, but that was it. I had a cup of coffee and a slice of carrot cake. Well, I keep saying pound cake. Maybe I want a pound cake. Maybe I need to go spend money with one of them sisters that got them pound cake businesses. All right, piece of pound cake with a cup of coffee is nice. It's nice. Anyway, so that's that. Ask yourself why the day's going by so fast. This reality, we short, y'all. We just short. I'm telling y'all we short, man. I'm telling y'all we're short. So, number one, what can you do to protect yourself in this short amount of time remaining in this reality? One, you can learn what your natal chart placements are and how the moon cycles and planetary transits affect you. All right? I tell y'all all the time, learn your natal chart. Learn your natal chart placements and how the moon cycles and planetary transits affect you. Some people in this day and age still say that they don't believe in astrology, not knowing it is simply the weather of the cosmos. You don't believe in the weather in the heavens, but you believe in the weather on the earth, right? The sad reality is weather, no pun intended, you believe it's going to rain or not. If you leave home walking without a raincoat or an umbrella, when the forecast calls for 100% chance of showers at a time that will occur when you're walking back home, you're going to get soaking wet. All right? Know that. Number two, set your new moon intentions to be in alignment with the house where the matching sign of the new moon resides in your natal chart. And again, I'll put some links to free natal chart calculators in the description box after this video. So you guys, for those of you that still haven't run your natal chart, keep in mind though, you have to know the exact time you were born in order to know what your house layout is. You got to know that exact time. Next, learn some basic numerology. Including, if nothing else, the energy of your birthday number and your life path number. My birthday number resolves to the number 7. Everybody that knows me will tell you that I embody the energy of love. 7 is Venus energy. 7 is also Libra energy, which is about fairness and balance and all that other stuff. Everybody knows me will tell you that. And on top of that, I was born in under 7 energy because I was born on Venus Day. So learn these things about yourselves. The more you know yourself, the better it is to align yourself with the energy that is you. I can't expect to get success operating in Mars energy when I was born under Venus energy. I got to stay in alignment with the energy that is me. Learn some basic numerology, okay? Learn some basic numerology. If nothing else, the energy of your birthday number and your life path number. My birthday number energy, not birth date, my birthday number energy is 4. 4 is 1, it is the number of stability in numerology. But if you port that 4 over to astrology, the 4th house is the house that is ruled by the sign of Cancer. Cancer is that nurturing energy. That's everybody tells me that, Matt trying to make everybody feel good, man. Not everybody, because if I don't with you, I don't with you. But the people I'm with, I want them to feel good. I feel like I failed if they come around me and they don't feel good, I feel like I failed. That's me. That's who I am. Know your energy. Know your energy. Okay? Stability. Stability. That's number stability, man. Matt don't move off in no position, man. Matt takes his time and studies. And when he knows, he knows. You can't shake him. You can't shake him. He's like that tree planted by the water. Okay? When you understand the energy that these numbers hold and that numbers run the universe, you can better put on the whole armor of God so that you can stand against the wiles of the devil. Y'all watch my whole armor of God video. Y'all watch that video I did on Ephesians chapter 6 and 11. Some of y'all have seen it. Some of you haven't. Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up so you can see it. Okay, let me show y'all the thumbnail. I'm gonna share this to the screen. That's not it. Right there. There's your search term right there. Matt D. Talford, Whole Armor of God. That's the video right there. That's the thumbnail. And the title is Truth Revealed, the Hidden Meaning of Ephesians 6 and 11, Putting on the Whole Armor of God. I'll make sure I put that in the description box as well. Let me copy this link. And I'm going to put it in the chat for y'all. For those of y'all that want to click it and bookmark it. All right. Mind-blowing video right there. Mind-blowing video. Okay. So when you understand the energy that these numbers holds and that numbers run the universe, you can better put on the whole armor of God so that you can stand against the wiles or tricks of the devil. Okay. Number 3. Or what's next? Understand why the Messiah told his disciples to watch as well as pray. I'm telling y'all how to avoid getting trapped like this again. I'm telling y'all how to avoid the trap. Understand why the Messiah told his disciples to watch as well as pray. Even though this instruction seemed to be solely about the night that he fell into the hands of his wicked fellow countrymen and the Romans, we can use that same instruction in our everyday lives. Watch as well as pray, in simple terms, means pay attention to what's happening around you so that you'll know how to pray. Pay attention to what's happening around you so that you will know how to pray. Powerful prayer is not requesting, but commanding. I tell y'all that all the time. And activating. That's what powerful prayer is. Yes, you can request. Yes, you can. But powerful prayer is activating and commanding. Commanding with the expectation that what I put out will not return to me void. Be like the Most High. He said, I send forth my word, it will not return to me void. Guess what? He gives you the ability to do the same thing, but it's got to be in right alignment. It's got to be in right alignment, and it has to be high vibrational. If not, then what you're putting out is going to return to you. It's not going to return you void if it's low vibrational. What you put out, that's going to come back to you too. I just told you what you put out is coming back. So pay attention, watch as well as pray. What does that mean? Pay attention to what's happening around you so that you will know how to pray. Powerful prayer is not requesting, but commanding and activating. So how can you know what to pray for if you don't know what in the heck is going on around you? That's why you're supposed to watch as well as pray. Some people just praying for general stuff. Prayer is much more powerful when it's focused and directed with an intention. So watch as well as pray. Watch and see, pay attention to what's going on around you. I wasn't too deep into this DEI thing. I honestly, the boycott, I told y'all I'm so disconnected from the matrix. Some of the time, I don't know what's going on unless I'm actively looking for the information and saying, what's happening out here? Let me see. Today, I was meant to give y'all this video. Otherwise, my boy wouldn't have called me. If my boy didn't call me this afternoon, I wouldn't have done this video. All right? Watch as well as pray. Watch what's going on around you so you'll know what to pray for. All right? That's all I got, family. That's all I got. I'm going to read some comments and then we out of here. I'm going to read some comments and we out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope I gave y'all some nuggets y'all can use. I hope I gave y'all some nuggets that y'all can use. Let's see where I left off in the comments. All right? All right, let's see. Woo! Man. All right. Let's start here and work our way down. You are very welcome, Bernadette. Thank you for being here. Yep. You got it. You got it. Absolutely. You're right. Thanks. It depends. Yep. That's true. That is very true. That is very true. Y'all dropped them zeros in there. That y'all told me how much y'all told me how much y'all trust them two individuals they put out in the front and say, hey, they're leading. These are your leaders for this boycott. Did y'all pick them? Did y'all pick them? See what I'm saying? Who picked them? Bella said they probably pitched a comeback narrative for them just to be the faces of nonsense. Bella with that Taurus energy. I love it. I love it. Y'all, man, I'm telling you, man, them Tauruses, I know they don't play. They don't play about what they don't play about. Bella said they probably pitched a comeback narrative for them to be the faces of nonsense. I love it. Thank you. Oh, man. BE Royalty, we are 9 Ether. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all that still don't know what that means, look it up. She said, I knew opening up those 5 portals proclamation was a big mistake. Boom. You end up falling on your own sword when you're doing wicked. They always use people that look like us to work against us. Exactly. Exactly. But it's because they know the history and they study us. They study us more than we study ourselves. This is why I said know yourself. Know your natal chart. Know your natal chart. That's the basics. If you don't know anything else, knowing your natal chart will lead to you living a powerful life. Thank you, Tora Girl. She said we must use their boycott schedule to meditate to get what we want and need. That's how you flip it. That's how you flip it. That's how you flip it. Thank you, Hotshot, for saying that. That's how you flip it. That's how you transmute an attack. That's how you transmute an attack. That is how you transmute an attack. Thank you for saying that, Hotshot. I love that. I love it. Bella said, yo, I was literally thinking that. Why they bother protesting when they can do their own thing? Boom. Boom. That's how brainwashed people are. Yep. Yeah, I was thinking that too. They crushed their companies, LOL, which the analytics alone revealed to the same people they were using. Yep. Y'all, man, y'all sharp. Speak. Yep. The missing contribution from the same people they used to protest reveals their intrinsic value. They sought to chain Black people. Heck, individuals can do their own thing. Exactly. Builders of ancient societies, and you begging somebody for a job. I was there. Listen, I'm not tripping, man. I'm not tripping. I was there at one time. But, and I'm not pointing the finger, but not from a DEI standpoint. I'm like, if my merit ain't enough to get me here, if my skill and my merit and my energy in this interview ain't enough to get me here, then this ain't someplace I want to work anyway. Dwight said, I'm scared, bro. I'm just trying to cool and stay out of the Most High's way. Yeah, don't be scared, bro. Fear is a low vibration. Ain't nothing to be afraid of. Keep your vibrations high. Dwight, keep your vibrations high. Ain't nothing to be scared of. The only people that need to be scared right now are the wicked. That's it. They're the only ones that need to be scared. And their fear is their own projection coming back to them. See how that works? The only people that need to be afraid right now are the wicked. And if they're scared, it's their fear projection coming right back to them. You always get back what you put out. If you ain't been projecting fear, you're not afraid right now. All right? You ready. You like, hey, Father, you said your word don't return to you void. When that Jeremiah 30 coming? Can we get some Jeremiah 30 this year? Can we get an order of Jeremiah 30 with a side of 2nd Ezra 69 this year? Can we get that? Can we get that to go, please? Can I get mine to go? Here we go. He said 12 million a day from the Black community. If Black people did their own thing, they take over then that in a heartbeat. Come on. Y'all have seen the statistics that say that the amount of money that we put into this economy as consumers is more than some of the entire GDPs of a lot of these countries on the planet. Dwight, I can feel and see what's coming, man. And man, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yup, that's I'm telling you, it's coming. Y'all go read Daniel chapter 2. I did a whole breakdown. Search my channel, Matt D. Talford, Daniel chapter 2. I've done about 2 breakdowns on that. It's coming. It's coming. God's word cannot fail. He's not slack concerning his promises. It's coming. Thank you, y'all, royal family. Thank you. Esau is not us. Amen. Amen, B royalty. Exactly. Exactly. All right. That's the link. Toro Girl said no more boycott. That's out. That's working. It's the next level now. Manifestation. Boom, Toro Girl. You on it. You on it. Your thoughts, internal conversation pushed out. No work. Boom. That's it. That's it. We're creators. But we've forgotten that. And they keep you in this energy of needing. They keep you in this energy of looking outside of you for what you need. When you came here with everything you need. And anything you think you don't have is going to be provided in due season. I've been saying this for the last few days, y'all. Everything happens in accordance with divine will and divine timing. Nothing happens outside of divine will, and nothing happens outside of divine timing. That was my response to the whole destiny swapper thing. You can't have what's mine. The worst that can happen is me delaying myself. You can't have what's mine. What's mine is a matter. Come on, somebody. What's mine is a matter of divine will. It didn't matter that Esau came out the womb first. Because according to traditions of men, Esau was supposed to get the blessing and birthright. But the Most High said not so. That was given to Jacob before birth. So don't think you can get ahead of him and get what was his. What I intended for him, he's going to have. So since you came out first, I'm going to have y'all mama name him Trickster. So he can operate in that trickster energy just long enough to trick you. And then when he's done tricking you, I'm going to change his name to something else. Now, the name was changed to something that means one who wrestles with God. And y'all wondering why y'all been going back and forth with the Most High, going in and out of captivity, going in and out of bondage, going from being set high to being set low. That's why the name change is coming. Isaiah 63. The name change is coming so that we will then be out of that energy of wrestling with the Most High. Won't be no need for a wrestling match anymore. He's separating the wheat from the tare. If you're a tare, you going down one chute. If you're wheat, you're going down another. Period. Period. Rise up. We have already been upgraded. Yup. Start tapping into that power. You saying it, Tor Girl. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it happen. I'm seeing stuff happening, not just with me. Other people are saying it too. They're like, man, what is going on right now? I'm like instant manifestation now. It's happening. It's happening. What's up, Louis? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Prayer, what's up? Y'all see them tsunami warnings in Cali now? See, I didn't even know that, Bella. I told y'all, I'm so disconnected from the Matrix right now. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm so disconnected. Protest to create your own. Yep. But you know what? I ain't protesting for Jack. Like, y'all can have it now. Y'all can have it. It's going away anyway. It's getting ready to go in the garbage anyway. It's getting ready to go in the garbage. Not in the garbage. It's going in the garbage. There's a difference between garbage and garbage. Garbage is, oh, okay, let it go take that and put it in the garbage. Garbage stinks. It ain't going in the garbage. It's going in the garbage. I'm sure 50% didn't know until the election what DEI was. Exactly. I mean, if you worked in corporate America, you kind of knew, but you're right. You're right. What's up, Lady Dagger Status? Said they've been busy and very naughty. Yup. I actually made a donation to a good cause. Thank you, Bernadette. I didn't know anything about it. I spent money on impromptu Lunar Watch sleepover. Exactly. But you ain't hurt nothing. You didn't hurt nothing because, truth be told, a 24-hour boycott doesn't hurt anything. It was a baited hook. It was a baited hook, and we bid on it just like we did with the Black Lives Matter thing back in the day, not knowing that whole agenda was to destroy the nuclear family. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be showing y'all. Let me pause this real quick. That's what I'm supposed to be showing y'all before we get out of here. Because when I get through these comments, we done, y'all. Let me go to Internet Archive. Let me show y'all what this looks like. I'm gonna show y'all how to do this. Okay, this is called the Wayback Machine. Let me show y'all how to do this. Gotta find my way back to you, baby. Gotta find my way back to you, baby. Gotta find my way back to you, to us, to love. What y'all know about that, Jaheim? What y'all know about that? Man. All right, let me jump back in these comments, y'all. Workout Junkie said I just jumped on the live. You speaking facts. Thank you, Workout Junkie. Appreciate you. I mean, hey, I shopped on Amazon today anyways. That's how disconnected I be. But watch the karmic show. Yeah, just started calling back my energy this week. Like, seriously. And here goes Matt. Yup, see? Spirit confirmation. You can't make this stuff up. Ah, shit. Exactly. I'm glad I caught this. Still going back later to rewatch. I'm going to be rewatching it with you, Lady Dagger Status. Let's see. Thanks for the time stamping the energy callback now. No, I'm taking notes. Yup. I am going to. I got that written on my timestamp here. I'm going to go back and rewatch this whole thing, though. It's about to be the Hebrew New Year. Okay, I got you. Yup. Today did go by fast. It did. I'm telling you, all the days. I haven't eaten really in 2 days. It's because by the time you get up and get going good, the sun is going down again. And we coming up on the equinox, y'all. I said that earlier. Pay attention to what time it starts getting dark, and then pay attention to what time it starts getting light. The differential right now is minutes. It's not hours anymore. We're coming up on those equinoxes. The equinoxes and the solstices are all that matter. Don't get caught up in this 12-month, 13-month calendar, these many days. Don't just pay attention to the equinoxes. Use the eye test. All right? Exciting. I can feel it. I feel it naturally. Fair use. It's happening, y'all. I'm excited, too, because it's been time for this show to be over. It's been time for this SH show to be over. Okay? And they be clowning me for getting my afternoon flan and cafe con leche. Thou shalt not be restricted. That's right. Get your cafe and get your flan y tu cafe con leche. Bella, I'm still working on my Spanish. Life Path 8. I got to try to relax. I like Life Path 8s. I F with y'all. I love that. Manifestation powers through the roof. My birthday is a 7. Wow. You got that Venusian energy. Beauty of core physics. It says it in the name, right? Beauty. You got it. My birthday is a 7 and Life Path 8. Well, you know what? This is crazy how much synchronicity we got in there, y'all. I'm a birthday 7 and a Life Path 8 too. Same here, Lady Dagger Status. All right, I gave y'all the link. Hit the like, y'all. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, Beauty of Core. What is the difference between life path numbers and birthday numbers? Your birthday number is just the general energy of the day that you were born, and that's pretty much imprinted into your energy bodies, imprinted into how you move, how you function. It's powerful energy. The life path number is pretty much what you came here to do. The energy of who you are, like your life path, the energy that governs you and guides you on this lifetime. That's the life path number. That's the difference. That is the difference. Thank you, Beauty of Core Physics. So I quickly thought BLM was not right, and I'm glad it came to the light of what it really was. I saw when I saw that manifesto originally, that said we seek to destroy the nuclear family or something like that. I'm like, wait a minute, so you don't want a daddy in the home? And they were talking about all of this TRANS stuff, and I ain't trying to trigger no algorithm. Let me fall back off that. Do your research, family. Do your homework. If I can find that video, I'll put it in my I'll put it in a comment. I'll put it in the comment section. I'll be constantly singing about Music Soul Child. Love so many people use your name in vain. Yep. Love so many people use your name in vain. For better, for worse, I choose to put you first. Yep. Yeah, they trying to hide that mofo. They trying to hide it. Censorship at an all-time high, prayer. I saw it when I was up originally, and when it was up originally, and definitely said the mission was to break up the family nucleus in so many words. Boom. Sure was. Won't need no daddies in the home. Won't need them. Had 2 mamas. We don't need no daddies. We deserve our faces to be on the money now anyway. That was wrinkled or had 2 daddies. That too. I mean, no offense, but if you're offended, that's on you. All right. We deserve, I ain't picking on nobody. Do you? But I'm just saying. Okay. We deserve for our faces to be on the money. Now, anyway, they was wrinkled, angry faces. Exactly. Please check out the economic schedule. Let's see what's going on. I still say stop spending with these huge companies. Hey, do y'all, man. Do y'all. Do y'all. That's a great suggestion, hot shot. But please don't hold anybody to it or judge them if they don't do it. We got to start thinking in terms of getting up out of here. It's time to let this whole system fall. Okay. And whether we spend in this system or not ain't gonna keep it alive, because the will of the Most High is gonna be done. So we might as well rest our nerves. That's the way I see it. Fair use what happened to Harry Tubman on 20. Exactly. He said, haha, and Venus and Pisces and Libra moon. Wow. A lot of Venusian energy, a lot of dreamy energy there. So Life Path is adding up all the numbers in your birthday. Exactly. If you were born on 1/1/2000, your life path will be number 4. 1 + 1 + 1 + 2 = 4. That's the example. That's kind of how that works. Okay. All right. Yeah, and so that's it. Life path number it's really simple. And y'all can look up the life path number descriptions online. That's all I got, family. That is all I got. At prayer bait and switch. That's what they do. All right, family. That's all y'all got, y'all. I'm coming up on 3 hours. I didn't mean for this to go 2 hours, to be honest. I thought I could get through this material in an hour and a half, but y'all already know by now. Y'all probably every time be like, Matt, yeah, nice try again. Okay, thank you. Come again. So that's all I got, family. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all got something out of this. I hope that y'all now know how numerology can put you on game and understanding some basic astrology and understanding how these numbers apply, the energy of these numbers. I hope that y'all saw this. I hope that y'all now see the game. I exposed the trick. And I hope that y'all took mental notes on how to avoid falling under these pitfalls again. And like Hotshot mentioned, maybe take a look at that calendar and see what the astrological transits are that's lined up with it. That may be significant. I didn't know I was going to be doing this video today, but the Most High gave me that download when I was in the shower this afternoon. So I never know when I'm going to get a download next, y'all. I didn't think I was going live today. You can see my eyes are red. I'm about ready to get up off of here. So I'm going to get up off of here. We're at 3 hours. Thank y'all. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy being entertained, educated, uplifted, and inspired, hit that subscribe button. And please, please, please make sure your notification bell is set to all so that you'll be notified when I upload new content. Okay. I'm a world-renowned, award-winning author. So y'all look me up on Kindle and iBooks. And I also have limited paperback editions available, though I got some stuff coming out that'll be a little bit more available via Amazon a little bit later this year. But for now, y'all look me up on Kindle and iBooks. And if you want paperback copies or whatever, email me or check out my website, talfordarts.com. All right. And last but not least, or 2 things. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You have to show it. Love is a verb. It's a noun as well. But when we focus on the verb, the noun takes care of itself. And last but not least, family, remember what I said 2 or 3 lives ago. You have to be authentic in order for you to fulfill your destiny. Nobody can swap destinies with you. Nobody can ever take your destiny. But for you to get in alignment with your destiny, you have to get in alignment with your higher self. Your higher self is 100% authentic. He is who he is. She is who she is. Okay? He is who he is. She is who she is. Our job is to get in alignment with our highest authenticity. When you're in the highest authenticity is 100% authentic. Be you 100% of the time. Okay. When you are in the energy of authenticity, you will reach and fulfill your destiny. You can't get to it not being authentic, because that destiny that's in the heavens for you is associated with who you are. And if you're not being who you are, you can't get it. The universe is like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. This says this destiny right here is for this person right here. This person that operates in this energy is who this destiny is for. I don't know who that is. It doesn't match. You got to get in the energy of authenticity. Authenticity begins with truth. The 7 principles of Mayat. Y'all go look that up again. Okay? All right. Get in alignment with those 7 principles of Mayat. Let me see. I got a link open. Put this in the chat for y'all on the way out. You're welcome, Karen. You're welcome, Fair Use. You're welcome, Beauty of Core Physics. Bernadette, thank you. You're welcome. B Royalty, you're welcome. Y'all get in the energy of authenticity. Okay. When you are in the energy of authenticity, you're going to get everything that's due to you. You can't get it if you're not being authentic. Period. End of story. You might get just enough to get you what you need, but your full Monty of everything that's yours, you can't get it if you're not being authentic, because the universe is, I don't know who that is. I know who this is right here. I don't see him down there. When you raise your vibrations, then you go, oh, I see you now. Oh, yeah. Here, this is yours. Boom. The chute is open. You got to get in alignment with it. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Peace.